So, you know what? The best thing though, we would hide each other's food. He was better at it. And it would,
I think I've seen some of that. I remember an entire plate of dinner in like the closet on the shelf one time.
You would wait to see how long it took for a motherfucker to figure out his food was missing. Sometimes forever. And then you had to get up and look around. They're laughing at you the whole time, and it's like in the dryer.
Oh man. I can't believe you remember that shit.
That was
I don't
awesome.
think about that shit, man. Hey, thank you for joining us for episode 75,000 of Banter Radio.
75,025 to be exact.
Divided by
No,
3,000.
episode 25.
We
Steve
actually
used to
come
get
from-
after me because that's the only number I would ever say.
What?
75,000.
75,000.
75,000.
I'm
divided by
joined, as
3,000.
usual, by
Steve, he's the only as usual.
El Stevedores.
Still
Keith,
claiming that.
Keith is wearing a mechanic's jacket. Keith, are you a mechanic?
No.
No.
Well, it says your fucking name
Kyle,
on it.
Kyle, who is
I don't know.
Kyle, was so funny to me.
I'm a green burrito.
Kyle is a green burrito again, and then our lost boy Josh is back from Never Neverland.
Yeah.
Where did we say he went? Like in the woods or something?
Goodness sakes. I had to be here for episode 25.
Wait,
Yeah, that's right.
Wait, we always
Why?
say
Why would
they're
you
in the
have to be
woods.
here?
I don't know, because
Episode
Josh
26
was here.
is a year.
I think Josh was here, and I remember Josh going,
It's 52
this
weeks.
is the first episode that we're recording that we're actually in the double digits. Remember that?
Yeah.
Wow.
So
double
that was a
digits.
while
No.
ago. Yeah.
What? So what? This is the 25th
what next
anniversary.
week
No, this is
is-
episode 75,000.
Guess what next
Episode
week is
75,000
a
anniversary.
year.
75,000
year?
divided by
Yeah.
3,000.
Next week we've been
Anniversary?
recording a year.
Yeah.
You already looked?
Wait, really?
26.
Yeah, 26.
Every 2 weeks.
52 weeks in a
It's
year.
52. 52
No.
weeks in a year.
Yep.
Fucking way.
Next year is
So
our...
okay,
We
maybe.
didn't skip a single one.
So bi-weekly every 2 weeks.
Well, no. you
For
skip one.
almost a year.
That's why we got a buffer on it, so we don't have to skip.
A booth?
Nice.
A
Shia
booth?
LaBeouf.
We have to do something
Shia
special for a
LaBeouf.
year.
Wait, so when
episode.
is the year exactly? Do you know?
Next time we record.
Next.
think.
Oh!
It's either next
Episode
time or
26!
time after that. One of the two.
1 year extravaganza.
It should be
I
next
don't know.
time we record.
My green burrito.
Your eyes just disappear. I don't know.
Josh's eyes is just this. No eyes.
I worry about you. Do you get cold at night when you sleep?
Yeah.
You know, I fucking
do on
sleep weird.
purpose.
I sleep weird. I put a fan on me no matter how fucking cold it
Yeah,
is
me too.
outside. I turn off my heater. I put a fan on me because I need the just gentle breeze and
It's like an ocean breeze.
yeah, man. And the sound. I need the sound too. That just the steady hum is really nice.
Sleepy
Yeah,
time
my
with
wife
Kyle.
has the ceiling fan going 24 hours a fucking day. And I'll get in bed, I'm like, I'm cold. Can I turn off the fan? You're not even
Now!
sleeping. Now! I'll turn it off. Now!
I remember your house was always like cold as shit.
Yes.
You guys always had
because
fans
my
going.
mother
It's,
did
like,
the same
Cool
thing.
as
Oh, that's how I do.
Approximately
My room's
how
gotta be
cold?
at least like if it's over 60 degrees, it's too hot.
what? No wonder you like it in the cooler
I
so
know
much.
it's so nice.
Jeez.
I can fall asleep like right.
But welcome, this is a video game podcast.
Yeah. Not
Here it
sleepy
is.
time
No,
with
it's
Kyle.
not.
Sometimes.
It's
I'm more
banter.
of a general
Banter podcast.
Fool's
General
banter.
with strong emphasis on video games. That's what our description says.
Exactly.
There you go. It's a variety podcast.
Podcast. Making up words here.
Very person.
It's a podcast.
If anybody, if fireworks or helicopters randomly go off, you've been lighting off fireworks in the neighborhood.
Helicopters
That's
go
kinda
off.
random.
Helicopters been
Wait.
looking for him.
It's
Oh.
kind of random.
I was like,
It's-
where do the
It's like
helicopters come?
February, I guess we're
I know.
celebrating
Yeah,
Valentine's
that's
Day with
why we're
fireworks now.
confused why there are
Somebody lit off
fireworks going off.
We all
Like,
saw it. Somebody lit off a big ass mortar on the other side of the neighborhood.
Well, you
Sick.
know,
Helicopters been flying
we're
around.
trying to turn Valentine's Day into a fireworks celebration.
Yeah.
let's just
so.
explode shit on Valentine's Day. That sounds
Who
good
cares
to me.
about doing it on Valentine's Day when you can blow shit up,
Yeah.
right?
You can blow multiple loads,
Definitely.
alright?
Definitely. I'll shoot this bottle rocket and then I'll shoot my bottle rocket.
You know what I am saying. Oh.
All day, every day. So you guys been playing some video games?
I've been playing Elite Dangerous like fucking crazy still.
Elite Dangerous? Dude,
Now?
Guess
Dangerous.
what I've been playing? Dark Souls 3, but for a reason. I 100%ed it.
Oh my
You
god,
100%
because you're like
Dark
an
Souls,
achievement.
Dude,
whore.
like...
Well, no, because I wanted to complete
I like
at least
10%
one Dark
Dark
Souls game
Souls
before the
1.
remaster came out.
What remastered?
Dark Souls 1.
Dark Souls 1?
Yeah, on the
On the
Switch.
Switch.
On
You
the
gonna get down,
Switch.
Josh?
Of
You gonna get
course
down
I
with me?
am going to get down.
Oh,
Josh is turning into Smeagol from Lord of the Rings.
Of course I will play. I will play the Dark Souls and
Or,
we will
or
be
the
punished.
or the little creepy guy from or Genie from the Aladdin. I can't do it. It's not right, man. Of course I'm going to get down on Dark Souls.
Well, the video games that I've been doing is a lot of Overwatch. I've been playing a lot of Overwatch.
I played a couple
You've been
rounds.
playing over.
Yeah,
I played a couple
I've
rounds the
been
other day
playing a
with
lot.
the new healer bitch. What's her name?
Moira.
And I got
I
to play
think
the game.
Healer bitch.
Yeah.
is a
I was
better
like,
name.
still good.
Okay,
I was smashing
but-
with her. She is so much fun to
She
play.
is.
She is so much fun to play.
But Moira, she is really easy to get to play the game because you get a quote-unquote elimination as long as you deal any sort of damage to the person that dies, and her orb thing,
that makes sense.
she just like throws it and it hits like 4 units and then they all
Healers-
die in a team fight and it's like, yeah, I got a quad kill. It's
Those,
ridiculous.
her and Mercy, or not.
Mercy.
Mercy always
quad
gives
kill.
POTG because you can revive 5 people at the same time. That makes it really cool. I always hated that. I was like, there's definitely a cooler fight.
But
We're
you
bye,
can't-
bye,
but you
bye,
can't
bye,
kill them
bye.
all at the same time anymore.
I know, but that's not the point. I'm talking about from my experiences from once upon a time when I used to play, but I don't play anymore.
Why is Steve turned into Vanilla Ice over there? Just a sideways hat and shit.
I know. Just giving me the,
Staring at Josh.
just giving me the eye, and I was like, "What the hell?"
Josh is getting bagged by.
What about
hair like
Overwatch?
Vanilla
I'm
Ice.
sorry.
Oh, were you guys talking
Fucking
about
derailed
Overwatch?
the shit out of it.
No.
I derailed it. You guys are going on an
I was talking
Overwatch
about-
tangent that nobody else that knew what the hell you guys were talking about.
Well, not you guys. You can suck it.
Yeah.
No, Overwatch is fun, alright?
Overwatch is
It's super good.
super fun,
And a lot of
I
fucking
just
people
did.
play, alright? It's
I
relevant.
just did my competitive
relevant.
placement matches, and like I
You
got
know
a
what's even
gold
more
league,
relevant? PUBG.
so that's cool.
I talk about PUBG all day.
You know, I agree.
Yeah,
I found
I
out
would
the
have
other
to say-
day that you can't open airdrops while you're on a parachute still, because you can't loot while you're on a parachute. So even if you did it, you couldn't parachute onto
I
an
want to
airdrop.
know how this was even a possibility for you.
if you jump out at the last second and open your parachute immediately and do like the slowest drop like movements possible, then you can, if you get really lucky and an airdrop's right next to you, you can like be on the same level as an airdrop.
So are you just like floating around the map, kind of glitching
Yeah.
against
What,
That's-
you landed on an airdrop?
that's how you're gonna get killed while freaking staying in the
Right?
parachute.
How do you even live long enough to find an
That,
airdrop?
well, that's like one of the first things that I said to Steve when I played freaking PUBG with him is I was like, can you get killed like while you're on the parachute still?
Yeah, sure, you can absolutely.
Like you just run into the house, grab a shotgun, you just run outside and you're like, parachute guy!
See, but if you
Okay,
get
not
killed
a
in the
shotgun.
parachute, that's your fault. That means you spend way too much time in the air.
Yeah, I mean you
Trying to
gotta
find a
you
loot
gotta
crate.
like, it's like myth busting. You gotta figure shit out.
Okay, yeah, I
But
can, I can understand
actually,
that.
I didn't do it myself, but I watched a video of myth busting.
What?
YouTube.
Oh, I
PUBG.
saw some of
Yeah.
those videos. I thought it was pretty funny. They did the one
There's a
where
lot
they were
of fun
shooting a
stuff.
grenade. You can push your grenade with a bullet, right? But it definitely doesn't
You can
blow
hit it, but it doesn't
Yeah.
move it at all. It doesn't. Do
It doesn't
anything,
move it.
yeah.
I thought it did move it. No? Huh?
Damn.
Maybe.
Damn. I love it. Keith with the best comment. Damn.
He's like getting real
Dig it,
emotional.
damn.
Basically, that's all I've been playing is PUBG.
Pub Jizzles, you've been
PUBG.
playing
Never
Overwatch
Xbox.
Jizzles.
I've been
Fucking
playing a lot of
Xbox
Overwatch,
version.
but that doesn't
Why
mean
would
that
you
it's my
do
game
that?
of the week.
Because I
You have
play
a
shit
game
on
of the week
Xbox.
this week? Week?
Yeah, well, kinda.
Josh is out of the loop. We don't do games of the week anymore. We just talk about games in general.
Well, yeah.
No,
I mean,
no, we usually just bring a game of the week, so there's still...
Yeah, no. It's
I
still
mean,
there.
I
It's
always
not-
have like a game that I'm
Then
expecting
fucking
to
Dude,
talk
go for
about.
it.
do
Hit
it.
And
Hit it. We're
I'm
waiting
waiting.
for
It's
it.
not
Come
a-
on, Josh.
well,
Come
this-
on, man. Get
Hey,
to
Keith,
it.
This
Please.
is a
How you
game
doing?
that I have not played yet.
How you doing?
How you doing?
Pretty good.
Thank you. Sorry. Continue.
Hi. Blow out
So-
everybody's eardrums.
This isn't a game that I've played yet because I can't. It hasn't come out yet, but it's like I don't know if it's been talked about yet, but I don't assume it has.
Get to it.
You sound like a fucking annoying YouTube guy.
That's all, like,
Mario
10
something
minutes.
or other?
It's like a
Come
while.
on.
It's called Nintendo
Oh, Nintendo's over
Labo. And
Oh,
I
you're
don't
talking
think-
about the little cardboard pieces?
It's not a game.
It
Labo
is.
The
It comes
Labo's
with
the,
games,
how-
too.
the
It
peripheral that
This is
works
a
for
game?
games.
It
It works
has-
for a lot of games.
It has a Labo game,
yeah,
Steve.
you have
Does
to.
it?
Get in the
yeah,
loop.
there's like a cartridge that you have
Get
to
in the
use.
Labo
How else
loop.
are they gonna put it onto the Switch?
Well, I mean, oh, you mean like
Get-
the special cartridge thing? But it.
I mean, it's just a cartridge. It's just a cartridge
Can
game
you-
that
well,
you put
there's-
into it, and
explain
it
what
does
this is?
the
Because-
freaking
But
Nintendo-
that's what controls it, right?
I
It's
don't
not
know.
an actual
Nintendo
video game,
Labo, like they were saying, it's just cardboard, literally. But they have these like cardboard cutout things that they do, and you like punch them out, and then you build it. Like literally, it's meant to be like a kid's toy in a sense, where the kids literally take these cardboard cutouts, and the Switch helps guide them step by step on how they build these creations. And like, the first one that they demonstrate is a piano, where you literally push down the keys and then it plays the piano noise of like every single key, and it's really crazy, and like it's just showing a lot of the technology.
How is that connected exactly?
Well,
how is
it
the
shows-
key connected to the?
So the
Put-
way that it is the Joy-Con is in the back of like the piano, and since there's the sensor on the Joy-Con, it detects its movement, and then ports that sound from the Switch into a piano noise. It's crazy. They have all of these like random cool ideas that they're coming out with, and I'm like, why couldn't I have this when I was a
You
kid?
gotta
This
see
is
the
fucking
stupid
badass.
commercial.
You can
It's a
make
bunch
real-
of cardboard peripherals, like fishing rods.
They're selling you
and-
$60 and $80 pieces of cardboard.
Is that how
my
much it
first
is?
thought.
Yes!
That's my first
$60
thought.
for
$80.
pieces of
There's
cardboard?
$80
Yeah, it's
for the
$80.
pack.
That one's probably the robot one, though.
That's
I
the
think-
package.
I think it's
Oh, yeah,
awesome
it's
because
awesome.
it's like promoting creativity.
Exactly,
That's
and
what's
like,
good for
It's
and
so
like,
dumb.
not only that,
I
but the
figured it
kids,
Go
out.
buy
I know how to
cheap
get rich,
cardboard.
yo. We'll just make a third-party
the
Labo
kids
company.
have to
Just buy
the kids
$2
have
pieces
to
of
create
cardboard
them
from Walmart.
themselves, so they get like a little bit more of an attachment to it because they literally created it, and they could demonstrate to somebody else how they created it. It's making them use like thought before they can play with
They
this
have
toy.
to think about it.
It's like,
No, that's
hey,
cool. I get it.
I don't wanna
write your
see-
own story inside my book, and I'm gonna get
That makes
money
perfect
for it.
sense
type
too,
thing.
because we live our video games and we get attached to that shit. So you just kind of add some of that creativity to the video.
And it's
game.
just
Make it more
Nintendo.
interactive.
That is like Nintendo in a nutshell. Like seriously,
Yeah.
mixing in their video games with childhood things that people can do. It's interesting.
Childhood things that
They're like toys. It's literally going to be a new toy.
So you're just excited about it.
Yeah.
You were. I thought you were saying
Did
that
you-
you were
Are you
playing with it.
getting
a
one
little
of them?
bit.
It comes out on 420. Just saying.
I'm just saying.
Just saying.
I'm
that
not
is-
even joking.
It's so all the little stoners can get really high and play with their pieces
That
of
is
cardboard
a
and giggle.
fairly decent marketing scheme. I would have to say there are probably plenty of geeky stoners
Yeah,
out there who'd be
man.
like, dude, we have to totally go get one of those.
All day or day.
We made a cardboard bong in the weed.
I got my Labo bong.
I feel kind of late on the get to on this one, but I've been playing Spore.
Spore.
Or is that the one where you like
That's from
create little
1965.
monsters and
Yeah.
help them
Bullshit.
evolve?
I thought that game got shut down.
I mean, probably
No,
just not in
it's still on
development.
Steam.
It's like over, or
Yeah.
it's old as fuck. Excuse me, right?
It is old as fuck.
Yeah, it's
How you liking it?
Keith, what
Early
is Spore?
2000s.
I have no idea what this game is.
What is
are you
early
talking
2000
about?
exactly?
I gotta say that this game actually does look pretty impressive, like mechanic wise and stuff.
Okay,
like that.
what is Spore?
It is. You literally start off as a one-celled organism with your weird little tentacles, and
Okay.
That's what
you
she
pick
said.
herbivore
embryo.
You like you
or
get
carnivore.
to pick his traits. You know, different evolutionary
But-
traits.
Yeah, you just
Yeah.
evolve from a one-cell organism and just evolve and evolve.
Steve,
and-
that
As you-
reminds me of the
And
game.
as you are a
I
one-celled
know what you're
organism,
thinking, Dom.
I don't think people
I know
explain
what you're
this part
thinking.
enough. Because you cannot start off as a omnivore. You can't
Actually,
start
I
off
don't- I
eating
don't know.
both. You have to be one or the other, and then
There's
work into the path where you get
Keith
the
is talking.
the-
Capability to
eat
keep
both.
both.
And then once you do that, you also have to do a thing where you're balancing how much meat and how much plant you're actually eating.
as
All
a
meat,
single-celled
bro. All
organism.
meat.
I stuff it right on in there as much as I can fucking handle.
So that,
like
that
that
reminds
meat,
me.
don't
Okay, so the game I was talking about, Steve, is a game called Evo. I think it's for like the Super Nintendo, where you're like a fish in the ocean,
Yeah.
and you would like
That sounds
nom on other fishes and gain their properties like
Yeah,
big
no,
ass
it's
teeth.
basically the same
No,
thing
it
as
was.
Spore,
It
only
started.
aquatic.
It started in the water, and then you would like go on land once you ate something with legs,
Yeah.
and then you like just evolve into this badass creature and shit.
So it's like a more
like
advanced
dinosaurs.
That's how Godzilla was made.
It's like a less advanced.
It was a
I thought
side
it was from another
scroller.
galaxy.
It was a side scroller. It was badass. I'm gonna have to look it up and show you guys. But
So it was older. Or...
yeah, like I said, I think it was for the Super Nintendo.
I hope they come up with something newer because like I was impressed
I
for a
do.
bit, but
Emulators,
then now
You
now
create
I'm
and get
like,
money, boy.
What?
Create it and get money.
Oh, I was like,
Get money,
you said words. You can't get mine, boy.
Seriously. You're going to get
But-
tons of money if you
There you
create
go,
something
Keith.
good.
I'll give you some lessons in Unity.
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 no,
Not nudity.
Anybody know what that's
Unity.
from?
Unity.
It's on the Chappelle Show.
You pass out.
Nudity.
Oh, Unity.
Nudity.
Oh, I love that show so much.
Booty.
I love Dave Chappelle.
Goodness sakes.
If you guys haven't seen his new stand-up,
Nick Cannon's
you have
hilarious.
to watch that shit. It's so good.
This guy.
I love Chappelle.
Okay, so
Dave.
isn't there some sort of mechanic in it, Keith, where you like travel between worlds or something like that?
you start off at Worlds and you eventually you go from
I hope you start off at a world.
you could start off you literally can pick what world you start off on.
Okay.
And the thing is, the more I haven't gotten too far in it. I've only gotten like 3-4 planets, and I gotten them to civilization stage startup, but I haven't gone much further than that on civilization.
Shit, man. I thought I saw like some interdimensional portals going on.
Probably at some point.
Maybe I'm thinking of different.
I haven't gone
don't
to
know.
Space Age yet or any of that.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. I don't think it's the same game. Something very similar though.
I'm not
So-
thinking Portal Knights.
One of the first things that I thought of when you were talking about the single-celled organism growing was like a game that you can get as like an app on your phone, and it's like virus, and you just like spread a virus throughout the entire world and like you fight against. Yeah,
There's a game
Well,
called
eventually you
Alchemy where
actually
you.
evolve into.
That's a pretty good game.
that is a good game.
You evolve into this one thing
Right?
like where you're not quite a tribe yet, but you're like a pack,
I haven't thought about that game in a
and
minute.
you're one of the pack, but your pack stays at a nest, and you have to. I think it's like 3 or 4 times your nest change spot, and you have to fucking go find it again. You
Shut up your face. Really? Sorry. Keith?
Don't
Please?
break them. Come on.
Continue.
It's so easy.
It's like a little delicate twig.
His
Anytime a breeze comes by.
You're the only one that thinks of a delicate twig when you think of Keith.
I'm a
Like,
twig.
Whoa!
My closest living relative is a stick bug.
oh my gosh.
so Steve.
This what happened?
I told you.
We
You
devolved
let
to
loose the
nothingness.
breeze.
This is nothingness.
The breeze.
Nothingness.
Hey,
He's
you
just talking about a
guys.
video
yeah,
game.
this got
And
off
y'all's just
subject.
breaking them.
My bad.
And then you can't help yourself at that point.
Keith.
What? Is he
Video
talking
game.
Yeah,
about-
you have to
What-
further break me. You have to further break me with your
Is he
jokes.
talking about the video game now?
No, he's
No.
being dirty.
Oh, what? I'm not. No. You can't.
Further break me.
Oh,
Alright,
further.
this is stupid. Go ahead.
Fuck.
It was stupid 2 minutes ago.
Yeah.
Fucking cow.
yeah, and then
the
there's just
weirdest
this
grin.
weird
I'm just
caterpillar
letting
over
you
here.
guys work this one out, man. I'm waiting to see what the conclusion is. I'm very curious.
You
He's
waiting
got
for us to
drumming
work
and
one out, or are
going
you
on
working
here.
one out under there?
Bi-curious.
Woo! Wouldn't you like to know?
No, I wouldn't.
Well, why did you ask
Brad,
me?
I'm
sit over
devastated
here.
that Kyle's so far away because we can't play footsie this episode.
Oh, I miss it already. Oh, God. I'm pretty
Alright,
comfortable
Keith,
right
you
now.
done with your
I'm not
game?
gonna lie.
Yeah, well, it pretty much is the same thing until Civilization and stage, and I don't remember.
We have to
how
wait
played
for
that.
Civilization to find out the conclusion. to this.
Yeah,
Next time.
And then
on-
Civilization 5 begins.
It's 6 now, right? And that game is pretty cool. It just takes forever. You know, that game's awesome, but it takes
Live Beyond Earth.
so long to play through a game, a full game.
Really?
It takes fucking hours, literal hours.
You can just edit the settings to make it fast.
so
Yeah,
does
well,
Starcraft, but you see me play. That is
Oh,
this-
No. StarCraft is very short form, where you play a game in like 20 or 30 minutes.
You can.
You can
You
just use
can.
cheat
But at the
codes
same
on
time-
GTA and beat it in like 10 seconds.
There's cheat codes in freaking Starcraft where there is no cow level, and ta-da, you beat the fucking level immediately. But like
cheat codes are like L1, R1,
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 R2, L1, R2, left down, right up, left down, right up. Is
I've seen some Starcraft,
Weapons.
like when I played Starcraft, the original. I'd sit there playing Brood War, and matches would go forever. Like people just sitting there circling stuff.
L1.
It was a different time, I tell you. No, I think when it comes to player versus player, StarCraft, the games are typically not longer than 20 or 30 minutes.
Depends on what league you're in.
There's not a lot of back and forth, right? Like,
yeah, that'll be real quick. Have you
Oh,
seen
dude,
some of those crazy
Far Cry
motherfuckers?
5. Let's throw this in a random direction.
Yeah, I'm down. Let's talk about Far Cry 5.
is it out yet?
No.
That's all right.
Almost.
I don't know shit about Far Cry.
5.
Right?
It's probably gonna be
Dude,
fun as shit.
Oh, there's so many videos out for it. I can't scroll through Facebook without seeing Far Cry 5, Far Cry 5, Far Cry 5.
There's a quest.
It's in America.
There's a quest.
It's in Montana.
There's a
Like
quest where you have
rednecks.
to kill cows and harvest their balls.
Yeah.
For a fancy dinner.
Hell
Far
yeah.
Cry 5.
Oh.
Oh my goodness.
Dude, the game looks so good. They did photogrammetry.
Photogrammetry? What is a photogrammetry?
So when they take a photo of something and put it in a video game.
I was gonna say that's when they take a photo of your grandma.
A photo of your Grammy tree. Just a photo of your Grammy's tree.
I take your Grammy's mammy, and I take a picture of her, and I put it in a video game.
Isn't that your great Grammy?
Your great Grammy's mammy.
Yeah, bro.
And then you take
Like
his
George
mammy's mammy.
Washington.
So, I have to say this because he was talking about eating. Okay, this is really funny to say it, but he was talking about eating the cow balls, and
It's nothing about eating cows.
Something about nuts.
I
It's
was
been on
in
my mind
English
all-
class at my school, and I am reading a thing about a proposal to Parliament in like the Reformation ages, where it's a consideration of them to cannibalize infant children and turn it into a profitable thing to get people out of poverty.
I've read that too.
Yeah?
What the hell is wrong with people?
See?
No, I've read that.
What?
I've read that.
I read
I know
that,
how we
and
can
I was
solve
like,
poverty.
what the
We'll have them eat their babies.
Seriously, and it's like a big fucking descriptive plan.
They'll have
on
no problem
But
with it.
they'll, literally, they're like, it'll be a delicacy between the rich and shit like that. It was
To
weird.
eat babies?
Yep,
To eat poor babies?
literally.
Oh boy.
Did you guys know?
Keith,
Probably
though, they're
all I
considering it.
What?
He's
No,
like-
I'm like,
What? No,
I
I,
love
swear
the
I'm
flesh
not.
of a little baby
I'm
gets
not
in my
considering
belly.
eating children.
Oh, dude, I love
Broccoli
broccoli.
is man-made.
Broccoli is what?
Yeah.
Don't lie
Hundreds
to
of
me.
years ago, it was made by people trying to mix different strains of cabbage.
You know what else
No
is
way.
man-made? Oranges, limes, lemons, grapefruits, any citrus fruit.
Well, then
Wait, really?
How?
How?
Piss
Oh,
in
that's
my
really interesting. How?
fucking toasty.
Because them, like he said, with broccoli, mixing genes to try to make different things. They,
So what do they start with?
Yeah,
Levi's and
For like a lemon or an orange or whatever.
like
pretty
if
good.
we
That's pretty good.
created
I like that.
all of the citrus fruit,
you were
what
the
could
only
we
one
base
that
our
caught
citrus
it.
fruit off
That's
of?
pretty good. But it was like a general like citrus fruit kind of thing.
Uh-huh.
And then they
What-
they made
Does that
doing
have a
like
name?
gene altering.
So is it like
I don't
They
know
what
had
came
the word
first,
is.
the lemon
sex,
or the
they had
orange?
much lemon sex, and then they created the
Yeah,
lime.
mixing
lemon
species and shit,
sex?
and
And they
they
created
made like
the lime.
oranges and most citrus fruits come from one like general citrusy.
What's his name? Genghis Khan?
Genghis.
Crazy facts.
Gangsta's Khan.
He proliferated.
And you know what's crazy?
Let me
I
tell you.
read that Genghis Khan
Genghis Khan!
Genghis Khan killed, I think it was like 1.3 million people in a city.
And he stacked all of the fucking
stacked
heads
all
into
their
a
heads into
pyramid.
pyramid.
Reddit's
Everybody, like
awesome.
animals,
I saw that
animals,
shit too.
children, old people.
I definitely looked at that wiki. I don't understand goats that screaming goats. That's crazy shit. And like,
when you walked in.
fainting goats is the craziest thing to me. They just fucking fall over. It's fucking so weird.
Like their heart.
They just like
goes so
they
fast.
fucking look over. They're just like, bah!
They just straight up seize and they're like stiff body.
It's so fucking.
Can you
crazy
imagine
as
if
shit.
we did that? You just like scared us and we're just like ah, and then just
Some
want-
people
fall over.
fucking do, man.
I want to go goat bowling where you line up a bunch of fainting goats at the end of a lane and you throw a screaming bowling ball at them where it screams right when it gets next to them. And you see how many you can knock over.
So I've made this bad habit of scaring Matt like every day when he comes to the gym, because he always gets on the treadmill first, and I walk up right next to him every day, and I'm just trying to say hi, but he's like focused. And like at first it started with me being like blah, but now I feel kind of bad. Like I can't even go say hi to Matt anymore. I feel like
You're
a dick.
you're just getting his heart rate up to the exercise level.
Yeah, there we go. Fucking little kickstart, dude. Do you know Matt? Have you ever met him?
Matt.
You?
No, we do it on
Haven't
Fridays. We could probably get him over here now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe. I don't know. I don't think he likes this.
Yeah.
Too much.
You don't think that's
I
because you
was-
keep
no, he
scaring
does.
him.
I tried to.
He said if he's available, just let him know.
I asked him to come play Magic with me. I've been playing Magic with my
Does
my
Matt even
coworkers.
play Magic?
Yeah, I mean he likes Magic, but like he doesn't actively play now.
He likes Magic because he's
Because
a wizard.
I was gonna
because
say
he's a wizard.
like Matt's
Magic.
on his brother. Yeah.
He's a wizard.
He was forced to play Magic.
I don't think he likes it.
I fucking love Magic, dude. Magic is awesome.
Yeah,
I
so
love Magic
Keith
too.
introduced
Harry
me into
Potter was pretty
Magic,
dope.
and I like the first real deck that I created was like an elf deck and a centaur deck. Since Keith introduced me to it, I'm telling Keith
I was
that
actually
he
gonna
should
take
try
it home.
to start playing Hearthstone. I feel like Keith should try to get into it a little bit. I feel like
Oh
he
yeah,
could
I
get
agree
really
with
good
that.
down.
Hearthstone.
I agree with that. Hearthstone's actually pretty easy to get into. It's really easy to understand.
And
Yeah.
it's on your phone too.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you can have
or
it on your phone. You have it
computer.
anywhere. Tablet, phone.
Yeah.
Well, my
Um,
only thing is is it too simple?
No,
It's magic.
absolutely
it's
not.
literally it's as
Absolutely not.
it's as complicated as you want to make it. Literally.
I don't think it's as
It's
complicated
simpler
as Magic.
than Magic.
Yeah.
But it is not like a layman's.
There's
game.
literally half as many cards.
It's not a baby
in a
game.
deck.
So like
Yeah.
the decks that you
It
create.
looks like a baby game. It's bright
you
and
can-
colorful because it's
Absolutely.
Blizzard.
But I kind of like it though. I love it.
It has a
The
lot
art
of
style.
like Warcraft reference and stuff like
Well,
that.
I
Well, I
know it
mean,
has
it's
Warcraft
built
references.
around
Yes.
all of
It's
the
Blizzard, literally.
Warcraft universe. So, yeah.
World of Wally Wally Warcraft.
Wally Wally Warcraft. So there's Murlocs everywhere.
Yeah.
So whatever happened to Blizzard that they're like, we make all these awesome dark and gritty games and our fans are like super hardcore, they love it. Let's make all our shit look like cartoon baby shit.
Electronic
Oh, yeah.
Arts might have something to do.
Overwatch is amazing.
Yeah, it's cartoon baby shit.
You know, I get it though, right? Because you look
It's
at
not-
Diablo, and we take that like Diablo 1 is the grittiest game, and then it got
Diablo
a little bit. It was very much the same with Diablo 2, I think, though.
Yeah, Diablo 2.
And then
This is
Diablo
better
3,
graphics.
definitely dark, but definitely cartooned up quite a
No,
bit.
that is one of people's
up
biggest
a bit.
complaints is how bright and vivid and
Yeah, it's not dark enough.
undark.
That's
No,
exactly how the.
Diablo.
That's funny.
Yeah.
That's how the. What was it? The
Diablo.
level. What was that called? Not this. The secret
the
level.
darkening of Tristram.
No, dude. The secret level in Diablo 3. It's
Oh
the
yeah,
cow level.
Whimsyshire.
Whimsyshire.
is a bright rainbow.
And the ponies.
unicorns
Or-
and
yeah,
flowers
rainbow
and teddy
unicorns.
bears. Yeah.
And that was their answer. Like, oh, you think this game is too fucking bright? Fuck you.
Yeah.
Well, that was made before people said, "Hey, this game's too bright."
Was that not made in response to it?
No.
I'm pretty
No,
sure
it was
No,
made
it wasn't.
on release.
Oh my goodness.
So now what they do on that game is because Whimsydale was shit.
Whimsyshire?
They had
Wait, did I
the-
say
the-
Whimsydale?
I don't know what it is.
Whimsyshire is the original one.
I don't remember.
So what they did is
It was
they
hilarious.
released the Rainbow Treasure Goblin, which opens a portal to Whimsydale, which is a version of it that is very rewarding. Just legendaries, just flying out of pinatas and
That's the
How
one where you go fight
wonderful.
that.
and shit.
That's
I
the one where
wanna
you go
go
fight
there.
the Goblin Lord thing, right?
No, that is a different thing. Most regular treasure goblins have a chance to open the vault, which
vault,
just
yeah.
showers in gold, and you kill Greed, the boss of the
Greed.
treasure goblins, for a bunch of legendaries and a bunch of
I
gold.
guess I've never opened the.
Or you can
random one.
sacrifice a puzzle ring in the cube to open it yourself.
Nobody cares about the actual recipes. Anyway.
And they added an
Bullshit.
actual cow level. They had an actual cow
Moo.
level.
Moo, moo,
You
moo.
use a bovine
Moo,
bardage
moo,
in the
moo,
cube.
moo,
And yeah, it opens a level bunch of cows, and they go moo.
moo.
This is probably
Are they the
something
same?
And
Moose?
you know the health globes in that game?
No,
When you're
okay.
killing cows, they drop as beef steaks.
That's really
I played it not too long ago, and there was also when you're going through the rifts.
The rifts, there's a chance to get a cow rift, which is
And
full
it
of
has
cows.
the queen in it.
Yeah, it has the queen in
And
the
the
middle.
king? Do they have the cow king? You're not supposed to kill the cow king because if you kill the cow king, then you can't.
Oh,
kill
the cow
cow
king is already long dead. He's a ghost because everyone in Diablo
Yeah,
2
you actually
killed him.
talk to him.
So you never fight the cow
Really?
king. You fight the queen and the prince and stuff like that. But yeah,
You could close yourself out of
What
the
was
cow
that
level
cutscene for him?
completely.
Because they had you talk to him. You see him. as
yeah,
a
at the
ghost.
beginning he goes, "There is no cow level," and then he opens Whimsyshire. But then
Yeah.
there was
Yeah,
a
I
cow
think
level.
that's
But
what-
the cow rift is like super awesome experience because it's like the Jar of Souls quest, but it's
Yeah.
just cows forever, and it's a lot of experience.
So,
Sounds fun.
they released Blizzard World recently on Overwatch, and I've
Oh, yeah,
Which
I
is
heard about
fucking
that.
cool as
They
shit.
played it?
have
It's fucking
Is it
awesome.
free?
so yeah. It's just
Since you already
it's
paid
just
for
a
the game?
common map now. It's just
They don't
They
have
didn't release a
they don't
map
have
pack like
DLC
Call of
in that
Duty.
game.
No.
They have very
Just updates.
tastefully implemented microtransactions in my opinion, loot boxes.
gambling. Boy.
I know, it is fucking kind of
Hastily
gambling, but
implemented
I
it's,
saw the
microtransactions.
funniest thing. I'm sorry. I saw this thing on Reddit where it's like when Electronic Arts invests in avocados, and it was avocado, and
No,
it was like
Lay's potato chip. If Lay's potato chips made avocados, and it was like the pit that was 99% of the avocado.
and no, I saw one where it was saying Electronic Arts, and it was like a pit that was almost the size of the entire avocado, and there was like a little bit of green. Yeah,
One I
Reddit
saw,
is amazing.
It was pretty great.
it is
Was,
kind of amazing. I love Reddit. That's my favorite
It
place.
was
Depends
It
on
was
how
like
you
the
use it.
headline that Germany and what other country? I don't remember. Like maybe it's like Sweden or something. are counting
Nine,
are
nine.
gonna consider loot boxes gambling now
Yeah.
Yeah.
and
Cool.
put bans on
Lots
them
of
and
people
stuff.
are doing that.
And then it was just the Key and Peele sketch. And you done messed up, EA Ron.
Hey, Ron.
So there's actually a lot of places make it so.
What? Fuck
Go
was
ahead.
that?
I want to continue my Overwatch.
Okay.
He's got a big
so
old Overwatch boner
this is
right
on
now.
the loot crates.
Erect
You
a
go
face.
first.
A lot of places make it so the loot crates you have to actually say the odds of the items in the loot crates
Yeah, I've
legally
seen that.
in order to have.
Not America. But because
America.
other countries have to
That's a
disclose
good
it, that means we
idea.
get to know.
I think we should be jumping on board with like forcing them to.
I mean,
do things.
You say
certain
as
things
we
for
live
them.
in Nevada.
Yeah, we
Just
live in
saying.
the biggest gambling.
Okay,
like
don't
in
even
the-
get
I
me
don't
started on that.
biggest
I got
gambling
Yeah, but
DraftKings
country.
got taken away from me from football. You know, the little betting thing. It wasn't really betting, whatever. It was the fantasy draft where you could win money off of like $1 or whatever.
how did that get taken away from
Dollar
you?
tournaments is because
In
Nevada decided that it was gambling, and so they wanted a big chunk of it.
Of course.
And so DraftKings like, nope,
Always
not
gotta stick
available
your
in Nevada. Sorry.
Fucking hands in my pocket,
course.
you son of a bitch.
Yeah, that's the stupid thing is like when places like Nevada are like we're gonna force them to, and it's like no, you gotta jump on board when a whole bunch
Politics.
of people.
So
Yeah, you have to know politics.
Politics.
Yeah, fucking.
What about the politics of Overwatch?
Yeah. So on this freaking Blizzard world, there are so many references, and it is so nice. Like there's like probes from Starcraft flying around
can
the
shoot 'em
place,
down.
and
You can
like
shoot 'em down.
getting minerals, and you can blow them up. And there's like a giant fucking overlord from the Zerg.
God damn it! I own this game. I have to go play it.
Yeah,
it's a pretty cool
It's
level.
sick, and like they released a bunch of new legendary skins with it. So like I like to play Widowmaker, so I got the Widowmaker legendary skin, where she is literally, I think her name's like
are you one of those
Nova.
assholes that plays
Nova,
Widowmaker
yeah,
on
from
attack?
StarCraft, and that is fucking sick. Being Nova from StarCraft, or like
You're
I
not
got to
Nova.
know Risa.
She's a late
Widowmaker.
character though.
Okay, so tell me about the Diablo references in this
Um,
map. Tell me more about the map. I want to hear more.
There's
about
just
the
like
map.
little sections around the map that are dedicated to the different games.
Yeah, like
World
there's
of
a-
Warcraft, Diablo, Starcraft.
Do you
for the
see
most
like
part.
Diablo rolling around?
I'm not
Diablo
sure.
walks
in
around?
the well,
I'm not sure.
I don't know if
There's
Diablo walks around, But I know that like
I want to see Andariel just roll through and just smash all
That would be
fools.
pretty cool. No, I mean it's not that.
I think
big.
it's on the payload, and I think when you're pushing the payload, it's like the third checkpoint. It's like the Diablo area, if I remember right, and it's like
It's cool. That's what.
Damn, well, you can't even describe it?
Well, I don't know what the fuck
It's
to
like
say. It's a map
it's
and it
like a
has
cathedral
fucking
or
things
something.
I'm like,
on
does
it.
it have zombies in there? Does it have demons? What's going on?
it's Overwatch. Like
No, I know. I'm just.
There is no people.
You're like a
Imagine-
Diablo theme.
Imagine a theme park themed in Blizzard. That's what it is.
It's all-
Hey, are there
Everything's on the
cardboard
walls.
cutouts of
I
characters?
fucking, I
What
don't
is
know.
that?
You're asking like all
I'm
these
sure.
fucking specifics that don't matter. All you need to
I
know
mean,
is
yeah,
that it's
it is
themed in the
Easter
style
eggs.
of a
You gotta go
theme
play
park.
it to figure it out. You
Yeah,
can't
you'll
just
figure it
you can't
out.
get-
Instead of Disney, it's Blizzard.
See, I don't want to. Have
and
they
there's,
released a
there's
single player
Starcraft
mode
land,
yet
and there's
for
like
Overwatch?
a giant
Right?
fucking
There's
pylon
training
and like
mode.
little fucking drones
I
running
want,
around.
I want a
everywhere.
single player mode. I don't want to play with other people.
there's AI.
Well, that's not fucking.
I don't
Overwatch.
like other people, Kyle.
Overwatch
There's
is
AI.
I don't like
And
you,
you can
Kyle.
just go fuck a bunch of bots. On
I'll turn this
fucking
car
Blizzard.
around.
I'll turn this RV around. Help me pick it up.
Goodness,
I'm out.
goodness sakes.
Jesus.
Okay, so the characters. I'm sorry. I just wanted to know more about the Diablo theme.
You have to
You
go
can't tell me
fucking
more.
look at it for
I
yourself.
don't have disk space to download.
That
it.
sounds like your problem.
I played as Orisa, and
you
there's
didn't.
kind of like
Fucking
a
lied to me like
Protoss
that,
type
son of
skin
a
for
bitch.
her. I'm trying to like remember more of the things that
Protoss,
they did.
like she's a Templar or whatever, something like that.
Yeah, it's just kind of like.
Is that a new
Protoss
character?
themed. Orisa?
Yeah.
She's
Yeah.
like
Newer from
the
than when we
four-legged
played.
thing.
Wait, who?
She's
And
just
she's
a
like-
robot.
I played when there was
Yeah,
like
she's-
3
She's
characters.
a tank.
What are you talking about? There's
Orisa?
only like 4 more characters since the last time you played.
Whatever, your mom called.
Oh wait, who
There's
is that? The
a-
one with the robot with the
Orisa,
Gallon gun?
Yeah,
I'm so good with
she
her.
is sick
I'm so good.
because you just like bounce back.
Well, you're
and forth
probably
through-
not a Templar.
shield.
You're probably what are those?
A
Think mechanic
dragoon.
Dragoon or some of the other ones. There's a couple others.
Dragoon.
Dragoon's the
funny.
old one.
I didn't even think about her as a Dragoon, but that's fucking hilarious.
Is that not her skin?
That would make sense if it was a Dragoon.
There's
but
also in the Starcraft 2. There's the things that have the 4 legs and they have the 2 arms that shoot. Is that what it is? 4 legs.
The
4 legs and
centaurs.
2 arms. Oh boy.
Deal.
Yeah, she has 4. She's a 4
I mean, that's what a
creature.
Risa is. She's a 4-legged thing with 2 arms, and she's just like, oh, I have a Gatling gun arm.
Sounds like a centaur to me.
Dude, she's kind of a badass. She's a pretty good.
Surpass all other weapons.
You need to play
Metal Gear.
StarCraft 2.
Son of
I'm
a-
disappointed in
Solid.
you.
I have played
I'm saying.
StarCraft 2.
It's free
I'm
to-
disappointed in it.
I never understood that too. I remember when the game came out, I was like, oh, I'm super. I was hyped on it, and he's
was
like,
just-
oh, it's the same shit as StarCraft 1. I'm like, yeah.
I was just
Like it looks better. It's smoother. It's cool. It's why don't you
I
want to
don't
play?
know. I
it?
It
didn't
has
like.
so
It's the
many
same
new
shit.
features.
I didn't like
It's the
the
same
new
shit.
units and stuff. I
It's
don't
the same
know.
shit. It's the same shit. I'm just like,
I
I really wanted to play that with him though. That would have been something I
And
thought.
it looked too bubbly and shit.
yeah.
Probably.
Yeah,
Well,
it
'cause
had a weird like perspective.
It's
to me.
it's
It was
part
like,
of the fucking Blizzard art style change when they just kind of like I don't know
They make shit bubbly.
They cartoonified it a little bit. I agree with that, but I like it a lot. So whatever, fuck it.
I don't know. I play Overwatch, and I fucking love
I
everything about that game, so like...
Don't you lie to yourself like
I
that.
definitely
I
do
want a
agree that they
single
could have
player
gone
mode. I
more
want more
grittier
lore.
with the
That's
stuff,
about it.
but
Yeah, no. When they started coming out with or when they put out the events or whatever, Junkenstein's Revenge, I don't even remember. Those are always really fun, though. I agree. And I would like to see
They
more
have
like
capture the flag out right
they
now.
have an opportunity to capture some of the Destiny raid style gameplay, right? Like
He's
and
got
kind of
problems.
mesh that with the World of Warcraft raid style play, right? Where there's you got bosses and rooms to clear and like different mechanics that you have to kind of figure out. I think that would be really fun.
You know, it'd be really
Like, have you
cool.
done any fucking Destiny raids? You've done Destiny raids
Yeah,
before,
he
right?
has. We've
Would-
talked about this on
And
the
would
podcast.
would not
Squirrel, please.
wouldn't that be fucking cool shit in Overwatch if there was some shit like that, man? I think that would be so much fun.
What would be
Okay,
even
now
more
you're making me
cool
think
is
of
if you could do
Titanfall.
that in still a competitive
In some
environment
ways.
where it's literally like a 6v6.
No. See, I want to get to
I
something a
love
little
it.
bit more casual, right? On the maybe just straight PVE side. That's what I'm talking about because that
I
stuff
love
was always fun.
PVE. I don't like
You-
PvP.
And
I
I remember
love
Junkenstein's.
PvP.
I remember.
Actually-
I love being Tracer and just going, "Hey, Zenyatta!"
You know what would be really
Hi,
cool?
Mercy.
really cool would be a Pokemon Call of Duty. We
What?
just run around as different Pokemon blasting on
I
each
have
other.
to say, I would fucking love the shit out. That could be really fun. I'm not gonna lie.
I want to be Blastoise, just slow as fuck, but just water cannon someone to oblivion.
So
I think it'd be cool if there was an
Blastoise
MMO where you
is-
were just a Pokemon. You were just a wild
Blastoise-
Pokemon. That would be so fun.
Blastoise is about to be
What?
a downloadable character for Pokken Tournament. I am
Oh, yeah,
very
I still
excited.
got-
Cool
play
story. Don't care.
I do. I love
Savage.
I do. Blastoise.
Blastoise is my favorite Pokemon.
Me too.
man.
Favorite
Blastoise
Pokemon?
is literally my favorite Pokemon.
Except what's his name?
The
Tortuga or whatever.
Oh
You
god.
don't even know his name. How
You
would
know
be-
what? If they
I
did
think he's
do
pretty cool.
you know your Call of Duty.
Tugia?
Well, I wouldn't think it'd be so much Call of
you
Duty style.
talking about?
You know how you said the Call of Duty style Pokemon thing?
You're not talking
Well, I
about
think
like
it'd be more.
Torchic, right?
I think it'd be
No.
more like Overwatch
thinking.
in a lot of ways. Because think about it,
Thinking
you'd
of
have your
Taurus,
healer.
the
That
bull.
Venusaur.
That could
He's a
be
sea
pretty
turtle
cool too.
Pokemon.
I actually like that idea a lot.
Yeah,
Oh, probably is
Venusaur
Torchic
or Whips
then.
keep everything back, but
War
you can
turtle?
heal everybody.
Absolutely.
No,
Or
sir.
even like kind of
Tortuga.
What
is
the
it, a
fuck are
MOBA
you
style
talking about?
with Pokemon? Oh, dude, I want to see
I
more
have
Pokemon.
never
I want to see
seen that
Pokemon
Pokemon
MOBA,
before.
dude.
He's awesome.
Dude,
He's
I
like
want
Super
to. I want to
He's like
mid lane with
rocking,
fucking Pikachu
water,
and
so
just
he's
romp
super
stomp
strong.
bitches.
That's
That's a good idea.
That wouldn't that be fun as shit?
That would be dope.
Oh
That
my
would be way
God.
too many characters though.
What?
No, that's fine. Fucking League of Legends. If you replaced all of those characters, you probably have just the same.
No. Maybe do starters from each generation,
Right? Okay.
and then
And then
legendaries,
a handful of legendaries.
and then all the starters, their supers are that they evolve,
just
right? They evolve and then they get like special
Oh my
powers.
god!
You don't
Can
have
you
to
imagine
use-
a Pokemon MOBA?
Yeah.
Oh my god!
That's
you
what I was
missed,
thinking.
You missed out. Yeah.
And then like your ultimate would just be turning into your Mega form, and you're just like, I'm
No,
Mega
that's
Blastoise,
gay as fuck.
bitch.
That's gay
No,
as
I
fuck.
think
at
that'd be
me.
great.
I honestly-
It's like you turn
Honestly,
into
I
Blasty.
fucking hate the
Little
Mega thing
Blasty.
that Pokemon started. That whole Mega Pokemon evolution thing.
Oh yeah,
is
I think the
stupid
Mega's
shit.
stupid.
It's
but just,
fucking.
no,
That's
it's
dumb.
the ultimate is
Some of
to
them are pretty cool.
I mean, no, they
to
look cool. Don't
create
get me wrong, but the
a
idea
Pokemon
of it,
MOBA.
they were just like, how
Yeah.
do we make this
Okay.
go even further? You don't have to. I fucking love it as it was. Mega Charizard. Fuck
He
you.
evolves into Coracosta.
Yeah, it's like
Alola.
I think the only thing that did the
Pokemon
Mega thing good
Alola
was
Vulpix.
the original
I know.
Digimon
I knew
before they
what you
went
was
too
talking
far
about when you
with
said the
it.
sea
See,
turtle guy.
I
Well,
like
yeah, he's
Digimon.
water and rock.
Season 1, Season 2 Digimon were
has no
fantastic.
And then they
I
got
couldn't
weird.
really get into
Will
it
I
after
get
that.
sued
Yeah, I
if
got
I
weird
make a
after that.
Pokemon MOBA?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you stupid? No, I'm just
Yeah, I want to so bad. That
Those
sounds
are very
awesome.
obviously
You can play-
licensed fucking characters.
See, it is a Japanese company, so you can make a Poopymon MOBA.
Poopymon.
Just
rename them
Poopymon.
I and I could probably
See
create it
your
and I'll
ass
be
for that.
fine as long as I'm not making like
No,
profit
if
off
there's
of it.
too much likeness, dude,
Nintendo Japan's like,
you ain't building no
fuck you with everything.
motherfucking.
Them Japanese people.
I'm
No,
just
like-
saying.
No,
I
you'd
think
have
it'd
to
be
get
cool.
you'd have to torture Mojang with fucking
Mojang? What the fuck?
What?
or-
Where the
Mojang.
hell does Mojang have anything
Is
to
that
do with
the-
No,
Pokemon?
and actually,
Oh,
Mojang
for the-
sold that shit out, right? That guy's fucking retired now. He don't give no fucks.
Notch sold
I meant,
it, but
Oh.
Mojang sold.
I was talking about Minecraft. The fucking
Yeah,
yeah,
that's
Uh,
Minecraft.
I know.
the Minecraft. They need to try to work with fucking Pokemon and make
Pixelmon.
make Pixelmon an actual thing.
You know,
Pixelmon's
I'm inclined to
fantastic.
agree with that.
You don't need to
No.
implement that into
Well, I don't know.
regular
No,
Minecraft.
I
You
get
can
what you're
just
saying.
Download the mod.
No,
but
Can you
make
imagine
it,
a first-person
better-
fucking Pokemon game?
Just better
It's
developers.
Minecraft.
Like,
What?
Better
Pixelmon.
like, can you imagine the
'Cause I'm
top-down, like, point of view Pokemon game except first person? That
Yeah,
would be
that's-
fucking awesome.
Well, so
like me and
so hold
them-
on. That doesn't really matter, right? Because in Pokemon, you yourself are not doing anything mechanically that you need to be in first person.
But
It's
you could
absolutely irrelevant,
But
right?
you could be, because the new Pokemon games
But it's
games are
irrelevant.
different.
It matters not. It does not matter that you would be first person. You're not.
What?
Matters. You'd be like, so you could have your like your little Joy-Cons and throw your Pokeballs and shit. Come on, man. Come on.
I
That's too much.
That'd be pretty dope.
I think y'all look crazy. The Pokemon MOBA would be dope.
Pokemon MOBA would
I
be
think-
fucking cool as shit.
But Mojang, Minecraft is going in Minecraft's direction. Minecraft is Minecraft.
we ain't even talking about that anymore.
No, we are still talking about that.
You're still talking about
Minecraft is releasing turtles. Just saying.
I
Now
like
that's
turtles.
Minecraft's going in Minecraft's direction.
You mean
They're
little,
doing their own thing.
I like
Minecraft's
turtles.
not
Little
implementing
squirtles?
entire mods. They've never done that.
No, yeah.
But they don't.
That's
stop
up to the
other people
modding
from doing
community.
it.
No, of
Exactly.
course not.
That's why
They embrace
Minecraft.
It's
it.
heavily encouraged, and that's why Minecraft has such
And
a
that's why
amazing
Pixelmon is
life.
perfect the way it is. Because it's just a dope ass.
I think he was just saying like maybe better development, faster development cycle. If there was an actual fucking video game development team, and I don't know who builds that shit, but I'm assuming it's just some hobbyist, right? That's what most mods that are built on Minecraft
They
are
got
just
sued 'cause
modding
they were trying to
hobbyists.
charge for Pixelmon for a while.
Oh,
Good.
Oh, really?
Well, they're dumbasses.
Yeah.
Hey, I feel like
That's why I asked Josh when he said, "Could I make
Well,
a Pokemon
actually,
game that I can do
there's
this?"
there's
Like,
actually
duh.
a model now for people to sell their creations in Minecraft, their mods.
Yeah,
Yeah,
their-
Skyrim and Fallout too.
Yeah.
And nobody ever does
I
any of
don't-
that shit, and there's 5 things on there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't see how that would ever
It's
pick
never
up.
going to take off.
I was
even
thinking
with
about making a
Minecraft.
Diablo 2 mod because I want to play something close to the vanilla game, but with some extras.
On what?
Just making a mod. There's tools
mod
out there
for
to make.
what? What do you
Diablo
mean?
2.
A mod for Diablo 2 itself?
Yeah.
Like what?
Just thinking about just changing up some of the
Why do you
skills
like
to
the
make 'em-
fucking ARPGs
Dude,
so
they're my jam.
much? That's
I sent you guys
crazy.
a video, that video of a game called Wolfson.
Wilson, yeah.
I don't think I
Did
seen
you
it.
watch the preview for it?
I tried watching.
Is
a
it
little
another
bit, but-
ARPG?
It is an ARPG, but I mean it's pretty quality. And I wanted you to look at the pass. There's like a passage tree on that shit. I'm gonna punch you square in that beard. So it has an interesting mechanic where the passage tree is like these wheels, and it branches out to like warrior, rogue, or whatever. But you can rotate sections of the wheel, so you can start as like a rogue and then rotate it so that you're now getting passives to increase like spells and shit like that.
Yeah, sorcerer rogue.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. I bought it for $20 early access, just so I could play the alpha. Pretty much the way I looked at it is I pre-ordered the game and now I have access to the alpha. I mean it's real rough, but it looks damn good. It's made in CryEngine.
You know I had a beta, or maybe it was alpha.
A beater?
A beta?
Sea of Thieves.
Sea of Thieves.
That's a good one.
So dope.
What is that?
It looks so good.
Yar!
Big old
Just
pirate
standing
ship
around
like
the seven
seas. Pirates
With a
of the
group of 4
Caribbean
of your
open
best
world.
mateys. Three,
Wait, okay,
three
so-
of your best mateys.
3 of your best
You
mates.
operate the cannons on the
4
ship.
total.
So
but
that reminds me
There-
of a game that I saw. I think it was called like
You could steal
Blackwater.
shit.
Assassin's
it's way
Creed
better.
Black
It's like
Flag.
So you know
it's
what I'm
Bla-
talking
Yeah,
about?
that's.
Are
I
they
think it
the
was
same thing?
Blackwake, I think it was, or something like that.
Yeah,
Blackwater.
that might be
It's
it. And you were.
it's like the art style is cartoony, but it's like way fleshed out, way better. Like you get like treasure maps. You have to go to islands, and you dock at the island. Like everything's proper, like anchors and stuff on the boat. You have to control the sails properly.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Is it
cannons and
multiplayer?
stuff. Hype.
Yeah,
Okay, so
It's-
imagine a game like Eve, except for we were on the sea with these ships. Is that?
it's a map. It's like a set map. Like there's corners to the map.
So is Eve.
Yeah,
Just a
sure.
big
Yeah,
one.
exactly.
But yeah, and it's all
My
like these
point
named
is-
islands. There's not like undiscovered
assume-
islands. And
So
stuff.
no.
You can't go
My
discover
point
shit.
is My point is like so how Eve works is. In the
That's why all
beginning,
those YouTubers
there
are
was
goofing around
nothing.
on that.
Literally, you started in a little ship. You go out, you shoot shit, you gather things, you make a mining laser. Next thing you know, an actual economy is built. Right, that kind of
Space shit.
thing.
Shoot space shit.
You shoot shit. Yeah, you shoot space
People
shit.
dump shit out of their spaceships.
And then they make
you
mining
shoot that
lasers, and they go
space
shoot
shit.
rocks, and they make more things. But where you build up your ship, right? Like your ship is kind of your
Spaceship.
No,
I really
it's
want-
Not, it's not.
I really want more games like Eve. God damn
Are
it!
you just saying you want one that looks like that for pirates?
What is
Well,
with
I'm
you
asking
and
if
these
it's like-
space
No,
games
it's a
like
lot-
Eve, man?
It's more like it's. I would say it's kind of like an Arma 3 RP server,
Okay.
but like specifically made for having like 4-man pirate ships, and you can go around and sink everybody else. And it's like instances. Like you get an instance, and there's like 4 other boats on the map with you. And they can be anywhere. They spawn at any different outposts. And once you die and your boat gets sunk, you can respawn with a new boat. Stuff like that. But you lose all like the treasure and stuff you have unless you go sell it at an outpost.
There's this game, I can't remember what it's called, but it was really interesting, and where you like built your ship up, right, and then you can get together with all your friends and you create a nation and you go to try to take over a port. Right, and you guys like fight to take over people's territory, literally, right? And then a time would be set, and you guys would all show up with your galleons that you spent hella time fucking building up, and it was very much like, this is the kind of game I want out of a fucking C game, and I'm just so disappointed.
I don't know if you guys ever noticed, but I cannot help but giggle at any funny little words like port.
You're retarded. Are you kidding me right now? How old are you? Ah!
Old enough to
dude,
appreciate those words.
Kyle, you haven't seen anything on Sea of Thieves?
I don't think so, no.
You should just check out some videos, man. Even it's not as grand of a scale as you want, but it's still an awesome looking game.
Just
dude.
like a single shard kind of thing.
You can do. It's like instances.
thing.
It's crossplay between Xbox and Windows 10, and it's play anywhere.
Fantastic.
You own it on both, but it's like
Forza Horizon.
So when you
just-
say
you just-
instances, is it like I join
it's
a
an
game?
instance of the map with like 4 other random boats in there.
And can you just like sail across and like circle the big map if you want? And you just kind of like move
you're
through
just
different
on the map, and then you
instances?
can leave and go to a different instance, but you have to leave that
Like,
instance
and you, like,
go
go
back
to a
to the main
lobby?
menu. Yeah, and
Ah, immersion breaking, baby. I
But-
like that.
it's all about like the pirate RP. Like I watched like an
Immersion
hour long stream
So,
of a group of
here's
4
a-
people
here's-
just going straight
here's
pirate.
A better way to
Yarr.
put it that you would understand. What if it was a C game that was like DayZ, right?
That's kind of
Daisy.
It's kind of like what this
Is
is.
it?
Yeah,
Daisy.
it's pretty close to that. Like I said, Arma 3.
You build yourself up,
Like
and at
RP
some
server,
point
yeah.
you can get blown up and lose literally all
yeah,
the
you
work
just
that
lose
you've
everything.
done. And
say
then
you
have
got
to start
like,
over again.
say you went on an island, you found a freaking treasure chest, you found like 2 other extra little shittier treasure chests. You get them on your boat. You're like, yeah, let's go back to the port and we'll sell our treasure chests and we can buy ourselves nice new guns and weapons and stuff.
So when it comes to
And
your
then you're
ship,
going along, you know, like doo-doo-doo. Maybe you're on a small ship. It's just like you and one other person, right? You're on the small ship because the small ships are slower. There's 1 to 2 man ships and 3 to 4 man ships. Say you're just cruising on your little ship, and then you see some birds off in the distance. You know that's a sunken ship. There's gonna be a treasure chest in there. You go over there. You and your buddy dive in the water. You come back up. There's a big ass galleon with 4 dudes, and they're like, give us all your shit or we're
boarding
gonna
your
sink
ship.
your ass.
Could they like steal your ship?
Yeah, well, I've seen like the people they play, like
Yeah,
4
you-
people
Is this Sea of
RP.
Thieves?
Yeah,
Could there
I'm watching-
could there be
been
like
watching
Grand
streams and
Theft
stuff.
like
Yeah.
ship where like
Yeah, no,
they like
that's-
they like see the 2 dudes dive and one of them like jumps off the deck really quick and gets on his boat and they just
There's-
like take off.
I
and
got,
like,
I
"See
got
you,
a couple good
suckers!"
stories that I think will make you like this. So yeah, they go up to this group of 2 people. They had jumped off. They were finding treasure in the water, and they come up and they had 2 people on the ship and 2 other people because both ships had their anchors down and they had 2 cannons aiming at them. They're like, all right, we're gonna take all your chests. Don't fight back, or we're just gonna sink you because there's no way you can beat us. And the people are like, you know, the other people don't want to RP, and they're like, oh yeah, well, blah blah blah, and they're just like, you know, the people who are in control are like fully RPing. One of them shoots them, so they just like destroy their ship instantly and just take all their stuff. And people are like, we only would have taken half if you would have RP'd with us. And so they take all their ship.
RP?
Roleplay. They're roleplaying
It's
as
like
pirates.
you remember in DayZ where you would see videos where you find somebody who comes up on somebody, right, and he's RPing the shit out of it by put your guns on the floor,
put your gun down,
take your
stuff like
pants
that.
off, turn around, fucking lay down,
It's
and
like
you.
Rust or whatever.
Yeah,
Well,
exactly.
Rust never quite did
Yeah,
it as,
Rust-
as well as DayZ did back when DayZ was fresh.
Yeah.
Like, I saw all of these videos, and then I got into DayZ, and I never found myself into any of those situations where you meet a person like that, who's just, like, kind of in the bushes somewhere watching you. He's like, hey, turn the fucking car off, or I'll fucking shoot you in the head right now. You're like,
I've done
"What?"
that once.
Yeah? Aw,
But
look at you.
and I played, but I met that dude. I was like, I'm like, whoever you are in the airfield, I'm like, come out without a gun up, or I'm like, I'm gonna, because he was like an air traffic control tower or something, and there was only
See,
one way out, so I
so-
like stuck him up, and then I started playing with that guy. We played for months.
That's
See,
awesome.
people want to use their imagination and do that role playing.
I think that's awesome.
It's
I
awesome.
want that ability to be implemented into video games. Damn it!
Well, it
I don't want to
is.
have to role play it.
What do you mean? You talking about? You have to yourself put some effort to make the content as well. Eve is an amazing example of this because in Eve, most of the players they have to make their content by interacting with each other. Fuck you. They fight amongst each other to create wars and conflicts and stories that make fucking headlines. You know, that kind of stuff. That's why I like it's 100%. Like 98% player interaction that drives these kind of things, and I think that's the most fun part about
I
it.
think I played Eve before.
I like
and
single
liked it.
player.
All I
Going-
can think of is Minecraft again.
Minecraft.
factions.
You like being a loner? Is that what I just heard out of your mouth?
Single player's
Yeah.
awesome.
Imagine if
Loner.
Minecraft were just one server and how that kind of environment would be and how people would live with each other. That is
It
the
would
kind
be.
of that's what I'm talking
It
about.
would be the
Fucking
entire
sick.
world down to bedrock.
Yeah, blown up. And Mind out.
Let's just for a second
Imagine a
believe
world.
that there are not as many fucking griefer faggots out there as you would like to think. But
There's not griefer faggots in Eve.
well, of course there is. But Eve is actually a place where
Remember, Kyle lives on the good side of the universe. He lives in the
Eve
good
is a
neighborhood.
game where there is a place for that person. There is a gameplay for him to live out his ever-loving pirate fantasies. If I want to be the most asshole-ish
Space
dude out there,
pirates.
you can. You can go out there and fucking raise hell and fuck with people. You can declare war on a little corporation who can't really defend themselves and just kill their people all day long if you wanted to. It's an environment for you to do what you want to do. And it's up to them, and that's what I'm saying about the player-driven content. It's up to those people who are getting fucked up to man up and learn how to like fit their ships and how to fly properly in order to take out the person and fuck him up so bad that he doesn't even want to come back or just be fucking victims the whole time, whatever. But it's the player interaction. Nothing in the game is telling you to do all of this stuff, right?
World of Warcraft is the same way. The only reason why we
Was.
hate it is we have to pay for it
well-
every damn moment.
Who cares about that? I don't care. I paid for EVE Online, right? If a game
But
is
you don't
good
have to,
enough,
do you?
No, but I do because I want to. If a game is good
Exactly.
enough, you're willing to pay a subscription fee to get the most out of it.
Well,
I
here's the
absolutely.
thing: is I have spent over $500 on Path of Exile, which is a completely free game,
Yeah.
and that's just because it's
And if
so
you- if
good
you wanna
that I
break
want
it
my
down-
character
But
to
that's
look cool.
different.
Sure, yeah.
It's different because
Is
Warcraft.
it?
I wonder.
Like
how
they
long
went
it's
away
gonna
from it
be
a
before I
bit,
heard
which is
about
nice.
Netflix.
But
I wish Warcraft.
Get
I
outta
thought
here
when
with
I
that.
started
He talked
playing
about
World of
way more
Warcraft
than
that
that.
it was going to be a little more like
I've
that, especially
realized
like on the
this.
PvP servers where you would like literally raid each other's cities. I always wanted to be a part of like a huge raid on Ironforge. Always thought that would be so much fun, but by the time I
World of
started
Warcraft.
playing, by the time I started playing that game, people weren't doing that stuff anymore.
I just go and do it by myself all the time.
yeah, you could do that.
I
That
just
was
run
fun
in
too.
there as like level 20.
The difference
like,
is
Oh,
you
you
can never
just
have an
grief-
impact. You as players could not because of the multiple shards and all that shit.
the only thing I hated is when
servers.
when some faggot came up and they're like
Why is everybody
level.
dropping the goddamn F-bomb.
Yeah, we need to chill the fuck out on that. You know what? A
I-
word's definition is relying on its context, and the word faggot does not necessarily mean gay people in the way that we use it today. It just
Well,
means
there's
like
bag of
somebody who's
sticks,
fucking
blah,
stupid
blah,
and
blah,
idiot.
blah, blah.
So,
I was thinking of it in the context
just
of
saying,
those people.
I'm going to tell you exactly what it is.
what?
It is the bundle of wood that they would use to burn people.
Dude, again,
Everybody
context.
knows that.
It's
Urban
the definition of
Dictionary.
a word is
They're
reliant.
Yeah.
It's reliant on
Okay.
its context. Nobody calls a bundle of wood a faggot.
Okay, those
anymore.
I
but those
agree.
a
people,
cigarette
those
is also
people that would
considered a faggot. In
they
some,
were
like,
max
in
level
UK and
going
stuff.
into level 1 areas and just screwing with the question.
He's still on fucking World of Warcraft. We're talking
I
about
hated
He's
people
trying to
that.
make a point, but
Yeah, I hated that. It's like, why are you gonna mess
had-
with the quest
I had a
givers?
fun
Why are you gonna
interaction.
grief the level 1s? It's
I had a
like,
fun interaction with that one time. I was like level 5. I was just barely started playing, and there was like this level. I think the max was like 50 at the time. It was like
50 or
very
60.
very beginning.
55.
And
about 350.
I'm walking and I see a player, but his name is like red over him. I'm like, what the hell?
red crest from
PvP
question mark,
enabled.
Mr. Mark.
Yeah, and I was like,
Keck.
and immediately I played other games. I hadn't played really an MMO before, but I knew I'm like, that's an enemy, and the question marks mean he's too high of a level for me. And then I immediately get a whisper from some people on like the Alliance side, because I was playing Alliance, and he's like, hey, you see that? It was like an undead or something. He's like, you see the undead, right? I was like, yeah. And he's like, distract him. He's gonna try to kill you. I'm like, okay. And like I turn around and I see these green names, bunch of green names behind trees behind me. So I like I was like, yes. And I taunt the guy, I like danced at him and started backing up. And the undead walks up to me and he just gets fucking swarmed by like 6 dudes and gets wrecked. And I go over there and just start dancing
That
on his
reminds
body.
me
I
of
was
a
like,
video that I
it was
saw.
so good.
That reminds me
That's
of a video
great.
I saw where
That's
there were
great.
there were 2 PvP alliances that lived on a server, but they were on different. And there was a giant fucking march through fucking like wherever Stormwind was. It was like somewhere in that vicinity through the snow. A huge line of dudes, and they all come upon this huge group of people that's standing around a lake, and a fucking large battle ensues. I wanted more of that shit. Exactly that.
Isn't it pretty cool that if you try to like talk to that undead dude, it'll come out as garbly good?
Yeah. Yes, when you say LOL, it says KEK. It says KEK to the other person.
Yeah, Kek. That's what.
And so you see that all over. Yes, all over the internet. Kek everywhere. It's hilarious.
People say lol, Kek, and stuff like that.
What the feck?
I did not know that's where that came from.
It wasn't a direct transfer. You could, if you learn the language, you could figure out what people were saying. Yeah, because it wasn't random. It was like
every letter meant a different letter. It was just scrambled. I'll bed. Oh yeah. That language always pissed me off because like I'm like a completionist and I want to get every single fucking primer that I possibly can, but that's hard.
Internet.
And you start the game too, missing so many of them. You're like, I want to know what they say.
Josh, you know it's not just the internet because what was always our big problem?
Yeah, but it
the
was...
disc got screwed up in some way.
Fucking
never completed.
We all know that.
I have
that's horrible.
I have like 3
multiple discs
right now though.
Multiple disc of Final Fantasy games, and you get to like disc 4,
and
it's fucking
broken.
We had the same
so many times.
Same disc.
Final Fantasy 9, the 3rd disc, and I'm like, I'm getting so far in this fucking game, and then the Alexandra Castle comes out and it freezes on that cutscene.
Yeah,
and
you're like trying to pause. You're like, I just need you to get through that one scene, just that one scene.
Dude, come on, baby, come on.
That scene for me was Final Fantasy VIII when you first meet the sniper, Irvine. When you first meet the sniper, and it's that part where he comes down, he's sitting in the grass, and he just kind of puts his hand. It's just and then
it just freeze every time. Dude, you know what that reminds me of?
10.
I wish Matt was here because he'd be able to tell this story better, but Final Fantasy VIII, there's spoilers for Final Fantasy VIII.
So sorry if you haven't played this like 20-year-old game.
Squall, the main character, dies. Matt's older brother would always, he would think he actually dies because you're forced to die in a fight, and he thought he just wasn't winning the fight. So he would reset, and he reset like 50 times, and he couldn't. He's like, "What the hell? Why can't I beat this shit?"
Final Fantasy,
and he grind and got max level,
where you would lose a fight for story purposes.
A fight. I found that usually it was like a pretty obvious though. Well, how in the hell?
It was the part where whatever the big witch lady is, she spears Squall in the chest, and he falls off of the flying.
You only get 2 turns or something.
That's a cutscene too.
I know.
Why would he restart it?
I don't know. He kept thinking that was.
He's like, oh, there's just awesome, badass cutscenes anytime you die in the game.
Maybe there's an Easter egg if you actually can beat it, if you're that badass.
No, you can't beat that. You can't beat that fight at all.
Yeah, you'd always try to beat those fights, too. You'd be like, I'm going to train to get this.
I was playing a game, so it was Battlefield 1, the newest Battlefield, and they start off that game by killing you a fuck ton of times.
Oh, yeah, you're just...
Actually, the newest Battlefield
I didn't realize
that Battlefront 2.
Not... I haven't even touched that one.
Just heard they're bringing back their microtransactions.
Yeah,
they feel it is time, and it is a very important part to enhance the experience of their players.
To give the players
to bring the microtransactions.
Does it look any good?
The feeling
better?
Of accomplishment.
I don't know if they changed the damn thing.
I'm never buying another EA game again. I swear to goodness.
I'm not
gonna make any sort of commitment like that.
No.
I just buy games based on what reviews after they come out.
No.
Or something I know I'm gonna like Dark Souls Remastered. I know I'm gonna like that.
Just like
there's a lot of hidden EA games.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff that's secretly EA. You're like, what?
Secret EA? You just it's not secret. You just don't think about the fact that it's EA.
Yeah, it's still good.
Eve is EA.
There's been a lot of silly jokes like that going around.
But I like football.
Eve.
Yeah, and all the Madden games.
Yeah.
I like football because you literally get to see the playbook and play around with the. You're playing around as the coach.
Hold on. Okay, so how is it possible that you can have microtransactions in a sports game, football,
FIFA?
soccer?
It's on
buying characters.
The mobile ones they do.
No,
They
FIFA,
also
the
have
newest
him
FIFA
in-
has crazy
So
microtransactions.
So
like
I saw
crazy
this
bad.
Reddit post.
It's like one of the worst,
Jerseys.
like way
Okay.
worse than
Okay,
Jerseys,
EA is
characters,
just
teams.
EA is
yeah,
just
buying
losing their mind.
characters.
They
and
are.
Stuff.
Well, normally it's linked to the players and certain season uniforms.
I gotta
Yeah,
find this Reddit
stuff like-
post.
yeah,
You
he doesn't really
guys,
talk on boot.
I know this isn't
Fan,
podcast
fandom,
friendly.
fan stuff.
Fan
You
service.
can't go wrong with it.
Fan service. People eat up fan service.
Yep.
So, is there any other games anyone wanted to talk
There
about?
was something I don't remember right now.
I kind of read Doki Doki Literature Club.
What is that?
Some weeaboo shit.
The weeaboo? What the fuck is weeaboo?
You don't
It's
know
a
what
white
weeaboo
person
is?
who is seriously into anime,
Is it?
right? Is that about
Okay,
right?
so Doki Doki
Yeah, go for it,
Literature
Steve.
Club isn't. I'm not completely sure what it is. I just know it's one of those. Isn't it just a visual novel game?
It's pretty much just a graphic novel in a way.
Yeah. There's these anime
Okay,
games
I
all over
see all those
Steam
games.
that have the nudity tag that are just visual.
Ooh.
Well,
Quotate
okay.
air quotes.
This game is like the first thing that it says is it's not fit for children. It's like that's like the main point of it.
Well, that
And
counts
it-
you out.
And it just fucks with your mind. It's like a game where instead of you going to manipulate the game in like a dating sim type sense, the game is manipulating the player, like the player's mind, and just fucking with them psychologically. And it's really interesting. I mean, at least it was for me when I read it, I guess.
Read it, yeah.
You're like,
I
instead of
guess.
played it.
I don't know. I
Can't really
just,
play it.
I get the Steam has like movies on there and stuff, like documentaries
pretty
and
much
stuff, and it's got all kinds of stuff. But I feel like not be categorized as games.
It was
Visual
good.
novels.
They
I
fucked
don't-
me up. Like that thing was interesting.
I mean,
really messed with
apparently
my
that
brain.
one is like because of that, because it's not like a normal one.
like they
that it's
compare it to
pretty good, but-
Undertale.
Yeah, but it's just there's so many just
How
visual
did-
novels.
I never
It's like
understood
you can get
how
free
that-
ones online.
Undertale killed me because they were getting like Game of the Year awards. I'm like, that's not a game. That's an
Just-
interactive story.
Yeah,
exactly.
exactly.
It's
It's
a
a
visual
graphic
novel.
novel.
That's retarded.
Game of the year.
Like I know.
Game
you
of the
guys,
year is the movie The Avengers.
I know people have a real big heart on for.
If a
Walking
game has
Dead.
50
Come on.
Game of the Year awards, that means the award means nothing because the game hasn't been out for 50 years.
Right?
Yeah, right. Fair enough.
Every
Every
game
publication,
review, every
every-
publication
yeah.
ever has their own Game of
Yep.
the Year, so
Mhm.
that just has no merit at all.
Not anymore.
And then that,
Even back in the day, like original
So,
Xbox games on the back of the case
ladies
was like
and gentlemen,
over 50 Game of the Year awards.
Let
I'm
us
like,
discuss our Fool's Banter Game of the Year 2017
Huh.
award.
Huh?
Oh God.
Oh yeah, let's think about that. What would be your
Yeah,
Game
that's
of
a
the Year
great question.
2017?
Great question.
is it one that has to have come out? In
No, I don't think
2017?
so. I think it's just
Mine-
one that
Okay,
you,
see,
like,
mine came out with multiple expansions in 2017. We all know what it is.
Path of Exile. Obviously, that's your game of every year for the
Oh,
last bunch of
okay.
years.
So the only reason is because their revamp of the entire leveling system. If they just came out with regular expansions, then no. But because they did a
Are you talking
massive
about
overhaul,
We are talking about Posto, right?
yeah,
Okay.
because they did that massive overhaul of the entire leveling experience, getting rid of difficulties.
Oh,
then
oh.
yeah,
For some reason, yeah, the new acts, all of the new acts and
Yeah.
everything. Okay, yeah, fair
because
enough.
that could
Didn't
be
it-
almost
that was-
an
that was-
entirely new game
Did
itself.
it not like have its like official release in?
What?
Its official release was years ago.
Yeah,
Oh,
years
really?
and years ago, and they've just been fucking piling on awesome expansions ever since. And
Fuck yeah.
and this, yeah, I have to agree. This most latest one has been probably the best the game. The most fresh it's been in a really long time.
I
Yeah.
have to say that my most anticipated game for 2017, I was not disappointed with it, was Breath of the Wild.
Was that?
Yeah.
Would you call that your game of the year? Probably.
Maybe, I don't know. I'd have to put more thought into it, but right off the top of my head, that's the first one.
I
that
can't really
clicks.
think of.
Automatically, I'm gonna say Keith's is Destiny 2.
No, it's gonna break you.
He's gonna lose his mind.
He was mad about that one.
Keith was flipping me many birds.
Honestly, I didn't play nothing but Eve in all of 2000. I started playing Eve, seriously started playing Eve in like December of 2016, and I played it all fucking year.
So I would
And I
say,
like
I mean,
finally
you could
just
call it-
took like a 2 or 3 week break not that long ago, but I was playing basically every week. Yeah, Eve Online is my game of fucking 2017.
I think this is all really coming out obvious.
I'll be honest. I'll be
I don't
honest.
All right,
Mine-
Keith, so
I
what
don't
is
think
your
mine's
game of the
gonna
year
be as obvious as you guys
2017?
think.
Game of the year
I
2017.
would have to think about it when my tooth doesn't ache.
What?
You what? Oh my fucking god!
You
It
don't have
feels like
anything. You don't have any answer other than that.
When
Like,
was supposed to go? Destiny
game did you
1?
play the
Because
most
It's like not my.
in
It was the most.
2017?
Really? What was your most
disappointing-
anticipated game of 2017 that you were like, wow, I really want to play that? And then you played it and you're like, wow, that was a really
Actually-
fucking good game.
Actually, now that I think about it, Titanfall 2? Or
Titanfall
Oh yeah. Okay.
That's a good one.
Yeah, definitely.
See?
That's one of my. I was disappointed that after playing the beta that I couldn't buy it when everybody else was playing it.
It just got depressing.
Did you get it?
No, he still doesn't have it.
Oh.
Womp, womp,
Steve?
womp.
I'm trying to think. I'm trying to look at my.
Just
my
trying to
list
get
of
it
games
before
here.
everybody
need
switches.
to-
He's like,
I need
I
to look at
bought
my
385
Steam
games,
library.
and
PUBG.
So
go
has
over my
anybody
top
got?
10.
I mean,
Actually, want to know my number one frustration?
Huh.
I played
goodness.
Deus Ex. And that game is
Yeah,
hard.
nasty.
So that's really funny.
Deus
X.
That's funny.
Dude, sex.
Yeah. So the first thing that I
Deus Ex.
thought of when Keith said that
Deus
was
Ex.
sexual activity,
Deus.
and then he's like, do sex. And I'm like, oh my god, it
Deus.
fits.
Dude, sex.
Okay,
How
this
was
is-
dude sex?
It was fantastic. Thank you for asking. Everybody got off.
Real meaty, huh?
Oh
Well,
my
that's not.
goodness.
Oh,
Okay, you played Deus Ex.
and
Is that what it's
it's
called?
just very frustrating game to start off in because like
Is it-
right when you like it was the Mankind Divided. I think I probably should have played the first one before I got into this one because I have no idea
It
how
was
the
like
world,
PlayStation Plus free game.
yeah.
That's why Keith's playing it.
Oh, there was some good. Ooh,
It-
man.
it's difficult
I-
to just jump into out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Because like I don't know how the world interacts. I don't know how the hidden stuff works. And right off when you actually start playing the game and trying to get around the map to save this person and fix yourself because you're all glitched out,
Kyle's having seizures.
you have to get into this restricted area
Oh
with,
my goodness.
and I don't have the security card or passport or whatever to get around
The
in
key
there.
to get in the next door.
Well,
Key
sort
card.
of, except that it's not a door; it's people guarding the door.
All right, I'm going to go back to, if I'm talking strictly games that were released in 2017, it has to be Resident Evil 7.
Oh yeah.
That was
I
released
didn't
in
play.
2017.
It was.
What else good came
Yo.
out in 2017?
I second that because I was
Really?
just thinking that same
For
thing.
Honor came out, Horizon Zero
That
Dawn,
was a
For
good
Honor
one.
was a great game.
Not the best of
play
the
either
year
one
though,
of those.
honestly.
Breath of the Wild did,
I
obviously.
didn't play that one. I don't own a console anymore, so I can't play some of these.
Steve,
Andromeda.
Mass Effect Andromeda was
Andromeda.
your shit, huh?
Oh God, no! What are you on about? I only got
No,
They-
no.
they-
Prey
Better
came
for
out,
me,
but that was
actually.
whatever.
That game was booty.
Yep.
Booty sweating, busting
Hey.
nuts.
Booty sweating, busting out.
Parappa the Rapper.
Oh man, I forgot about that. That's some
Rapper.
PlayStation
Super
1
Mario
shit.
Odyssey came out.
I thought about that, but it was really
South
good.
Park, The Fractured Butthole.
Oh man, I really want to play that. I keep forgetting about it, and every time I got money for it, I don't think about it. But I'm such a huge fan of South Park.
I mean, there's
Mario Kart
Cuphead.
tonight.
To play that.
So
Right,
good.
but-
Then you guys
Play Cuphead.
reminded me.
I haven't
that-
played any of these games that you've mentioned yet.
Really?
Yeah, there's
Yeah,
some good
They're
games
all
that
like the
we
top
play.
ones that
I-
everybody.
I
Have
don't
you at
remember
least
what it-
watched Cuphead? Like
Yeah, It looks really cool. I love the art
The
style.
Friday the 13th game was pretty good.
I like watching
Oh, that was fun to watch. Videos of
Tara
and streams
Grace
of when it
play
first came out.
play the game.
You know what? PUBG. If it
That's
was
what I said.
yeah.
I see.
For
I
me,
put that
if
in
it was a game that came out in 2017, and I guess its official release was in 2017, and I'll even count it from its beta release.
Actually, no. That's,
With all the shit
I-
that it gets,
I
with all the
think
shit
that
it gets
that's
about
a
being
game that you really enjoyed this year at the very
Yeah.
least.
yeah, but it doesn't.
PUBG.
I wouldn't put that in game of the year because it's like still, even though it's been
Shitty
officially released,
Like,
graphics
no,
and
like-
shit.
like I.
Game of the year has a little too much weight on it. Like 2017 favorite game.
I mean, I don't know if I would call PUBG better than Breath of the
2017.
Wild. Like,
Yeah,
either
no,
way.
that's exactly how I feel about with Resident Evil 7 and Breath of the Wild.
Well,
actually, now that
I didn't
think
play
of it.
neither one of those, so
But
You played Resident Evil 7 for a little bit.
I played like literally the first 20 or
Resident Evil
30
7
minutes
was
of
so
Resident
good.
I gotta
Evil.
say, I wonder how many times literally has been said this episode because I've
Not
been
that
noticing.
many times.
Oh yeah,
Not
oh
that
yeah,
many.
yes, huh, sir.
because I'm here.
I try to notice space when I say literally and stuff like that.
It is literally because
Literally.
Josh is here.
We have said literally more times in the last literal
I
3
think you
Alright,
guys
so you
said
guys
more
want to
than I
jump
have,
off
that's
some
for
video
sure.
games?
What are we going to talk about?
Game.
Oh, I did something cool. I got something cool going on in my house.
No, you
You
don't.
go to space on the Roadster.
Ah,
Yeah, I went to
dude,
space.
how absurd and amazing is that?
That's cool,
How
man.
fucking cool is
That guy's
that?
an
There's a
evil genius,
goddamn
man.
red car in space. I'm pretty sure it's
It is a Roadster. It is a
sufficient to
Tesla
say that's the
Roadster.
very first automobile that's ever been in space before.
No, on Star Trek they found a red truck and floated.
Oh
in
my
space.
god, really? Really?
Okay, but anyway, I have my
Isn't that-
4 terabyte hard drive connected to my router, and I used one of those
Isn't
little
that
mini
Voyager?
laptops I have to set up a little server that just
it's
runs
Deep
all the
Space
time, and it sends
No, it wasn't.
or it runs an app that allows any of my devices, like Xbox and all that stuff, to use something called Plex. And it takes all my movies and TV shows off of that hard drive,
Puts
and
it
it
onto
and
the
it
routers.
organizes them, puts like metadata, pictures, all that stuff into kind of like a Netflix type theme for all my movies and shit like that, and I can access them from anywhere.
See, that's pretty cool. Little media center,
Fuck
huh?
yeah!
Little
So I can
media
just
server.
give my homies my password, and they can watch all my movies. I'm in the process of ripping all my DVDs onto my computer.
Very nice.
Hell yeah! And
That's
it's
pretty
just-
fucking sweet.
Hell yeah! I was
Get
super
you a
stoked.
killer ass library going,
So I could just jump on the Xbox Plex.tv.
or your computer array, or
Yeah, on
is
my
it
computer.
your phone,
on
maybe.
my phone, yeah.
Yeah.
The phone app costs $5, but everything
That
else
seems
is
like
free.
a fairly worthy $5.
Yeah.
I would probably pay that.
yeah, but the Xbox app and stuff like that are free. So anywhere in my house, smart TVs even have them. It's pretty sick, man. I just like the fact that it's running the little server off the computer, which tells it to take the movies from the directory, which is on my network drive.
Are you noticing any lag coming off of it? Any like desync issues?
I'll
with
tell you
sound
what,
or
this
anything?
little laptop is like a 1.2 gigahertz single core, tiny little like slow ass.
Is it just
motherfucking
is one of
thing.
those little
But-
HPs, like the
Yeah,
smaller
yeah.
ones?
Yeah, the little ones I was using, and they're super slow. So I was thinking, it's gonna have some bad performance issues, but it's not doing bad.
Well, because it doesn't have to do a lot. It has one job.
Yeah,
That's pretty cool.
I think basically it just tells the computer that's trying to access it where to access it from, and then that computer does all the work. So
Q.
over the network.
Q.
So I'm digging it.
We're no
and
network scientists here, but yeah.
it works good, man. It's cool. It just
works
displays,
good. It brings
displays
me
all of
my
them, and it gets all the
movies.
info from IMDb.
Info?
So you click on the thing, and it just shows you like metadata, like ratings and description, and the actors in it.
Can you get like reviews and shit too? That'd
Yeah.
be pretty cool. Nice.
It's dope.
Oh,
And all you
boy.
need is the name of the movie in the file, and it'll get all the info it needs.
That's pretty sick. Actually, dig the shit out of that. If I had a need for that, I'd probably set something up like that. But
Well, dude,
I
I'm-
only have like one setup. I have my computer set up and my TV is hooked up.
you watch movies and shit. My wife has like
You watch
500.
movies and
My
shit.
wife has like 500 DVDs.
I watch a
that
lot
I'm
of
putting on
TV, and then when I can't watch TV, I listen to podcasts.
there. But anyway, let's move on to our minigame this week.
Sorry, just a
No, go
second.
ahead.
Within the past month, I have learned how to play 2 new instruments.
What?
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Is it the skin flute and the butt whistle?
No, I've always known how to play those.
Okay, so I've learned how to play the baritone saxophone, and that thing is beefy as hell, and I love it.
Oh, I just immediately thought Homer.
Saxophone.
Saxophone.
And I've, within the past week and a half, picked up on playing the guitar, and
So the first instrument that you should learn how to play is a piano, because the piano will teach you how to play all the other instruments.
well,
in
I
a lot
just
of
learned
ways.
the logic of it, and then I
Yeah,
didn't need to play
there's
piano.
there's a certain amount of theory that you can learn that can take you so far. Just learning how the notes fit together and how the steps work, and the scales is part of it, and pentatonics. Google pentatonics.
Okay,
That'll be so useful for you.
I have college credits in music theory, so
Good for
I
you.
know what you're talking
Good
about.
for you.
Good for you,
for a fucking cookie.
Yeah, no, I thought that was amazing when I was learning how to play guitar. It's just the most basic music theory. You don't even have to know how to actually read music to learn how to improvise and pick and play. I fucking love that about guitar. And well, just music in general. So I learned a little bit about piano, and I learned a fair amount about guitar and bass. And a bass and a guitar are basically the same thing, except for take the bottom two strings off, and it's the same thing.
The bottom two.
Bottom two, yeah.
So the
a guitar
B and the E string.
Yeah, exactly. Fucking amazing. Music is really fun. I used to come over here to this guy's house all the time, and in his awesome little shed back there used to be a fucking cool sound setup. And one time I remember I was playing bass, and I had it up super fucking loud, and I was just jamming, dude, for a couple hours, and like you can kind of feel it. You feel it go through you, and ever since then, it's never been quite the same playing the bass in any other way. Unless you put headphones on, right? So you can just really feel the vibrations and the reverberations through your.
But you can really feel it through
so
your body, like.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Yeah. You kind of become.
Even headphones won't
part
give
of the
you the
sound.
same effect because you'll only be feeling that through your ears.
A little bit, but yeah, it's a fair point because the sound is so loud. But yeah, I miss that, man. We used to fucking jam the fuck out. There's still a drum set over there, isn't there?
Yeah. It ain't set up right now, but yeah.
It's probably buried.
Steve and his homeboys were actually kind of jamming out a little bit. You guys weren't too bad.
Freaking buddies, freaking double stack. That thing was so loud.
Why did I think of pancakes?
I was just thinking of Taco Bell's double stack.
You need to talk to Chris if you think of pancakes.
Dude, is everybody hungry? Because I'm totally hungry.
That thing, it was a freaking
I wish I could be hungry, but
200-pound
my tooth hurts
amplifier
too
that we
much.
carried in there every day. Or like every other day.
Keith just gets says, I wish I could be hungry, but my tooth hurts.
I know. Why you gotta make it so depressing?
I used to like food.
Yo, you were talking about like headphones, not being able to like feel it in your body with headphones. And I know I've talked
Not
about
quite
this
the
before,
same.
and everybody always, Brad especially always makes fun of me the way when I talk about this, is I've noticed there's like a lot of ASMR streamers on Twitch.
ASMR?
ASMR, you don't know what ASMR is?
Nope.
Oh my god.
Hold on.
Every single time.
Ass the
Ass,
mouth.
shitty mouth.
Well,
No, it's
regardless of what
What
we
is
know
it?
what it is or
ASMR.
not, you should
I'm
still
just
be
going to tell you
explaining it for
the
podcast
definition
sake.
of it real quick.
Okay.
You never go bash to mouth.
It's
Bastion to mouth.
So, you know the feeling of nostalgia or something? Like,
Sure.
say when you were a kid, did you ever have like the teacher standing there over your shoulder, like reading your work, and you got like the tinglies on the back of your neck or something?
Mm-hmm, okay.
I believe in the paranormal, so I guess that kind of.
I don't
fits
think
along
we're
with
talking
that.
too paranormal.
It's not. It has nothing to do with paranormal. I'm sorry, you believe in paranormal. I'm kind of.
No, it's just kind of the
tinglies.
the feeling
are
of knowing somebody is watching
a
you.
sensation. Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
Like,
it's-
have you ever just felt something, you looked over and there's somebody's looking at you? You
here's
just fucking tell.
Here's the definition: autonomous sensory meridian response. That's what the acronym is.
Autonomous
ASMR.
sensory
Sensory meridian response. ASMR is a
Meridian.
term used for an experience characterized by a static-like or tingly sensation on the skin that typically begins on the scalp and moves down the back of the neck and upper spine. It has been compared with auditory tactile synesthesia. I don't know. So it's
What's your point?
actually I think that auditory tactile synesthesia is a feeling of nostalgia, which that's supposed to be. It's like the tinglies. It's that weird feeling you get when it can be good, but it can also be bad. You can get the tinglies when you feel like someone's watching you and they're not supposed to. But
Yeah, but it could also be good.
so
like,
ASMR, there's this.
Because when they're not supposed to be doing it, it's even
I
better.
dig it.
There's this thing that people do, which is an ear massage in ASMR. There's these mics called like MIOs or something, and it's a mic like that's got two ends and like rubber ear coverings over it, and the person will sit there and the mic's super loud, and you're supposed to put on headphones and have it loud so it's like realistic sound to if someone's touching your ears, because like if you touch your ear right now you can hear like that kind of like in the back of your head, but the person will sit there and massage this mic so you get the noises and you just close your eyes and you just listen, and like people whisper into the mic. That's another trigger. They're all called triggers. And like the ear massage is a really
Triggered! Trigger word! He used the word trigger! Triggered!
It's a really powerful one. And I was sitting there and I was always like, I'm like, ASMR is so fucking weird. I'm like, that just seems so weird to me why people do that. And I was like, I'm going to try it. There was a streamer. She was looking pretty cute. She's like massaging your ears, right? She's whispering in your ear. I was like, it's kind of sexual. Everybody insists that it's not sexual, but it is kind of sexual. I don't care what people say. So
Are you saying you got a stiffy?
No. I'm like, I'm gonna give it a try. She's
He
like,
didn't deny that.
She's like,
Rectify.
she's like, I have over the earphones. I put it on. I turned it up, and I'm just sitting there with my eyes closed. It was so fucking relaxing. I almost fell asleep. You're just sitting there, and it literally like, for some reason, your body, like the senses in your body, make you think it's actually happening to you. So it just felt like someone was sitting there massaging my ears. I was like, this is so bizarre, but it was super relaxing.
Just go get a massage.
That's really cool. My friend has been telling me too. He
if you're like feeling stressed out, just try it. You might not like it.
My friend was telling me about this thing. There's like these like certain frequencies that like if you listen to them loud enough, very similar to what you're saying, it kind of like resets things or like harmonizes you, I guess is kind of a way to put it. I don't know. I'm not trying to sound too freaky deaky pseudoscience on it, but like there is something about allowing like a certain frequency to reverberate through your body and everything like that. I don't know if I believe all that. That's a little too much on the whole fucking.
Yeah, it's.
You also have to be careful with what you do with that because like there's levels of hypnosis that
I don't believe in hypnosis.
That. Yeah,
I'm not worried about that.
You just said you almost went to sleep because of it.
That's
so, like,
but that
is the level of
hypnosis.
Well,
it is.
Yeah.
Well, hypnosis is implying that you're gonna wave something
that the possibility of hypnosis is there because they scientifically have proven that you can manipulate people's brains through frequencies and things that you do, and it depends on each person's brain and perspective how you got to hypnotize them.
When I hear hypnosis, all I can think of is the Pokemon move, and that makes me go to sleep. So that's all that I
one of the things
One
of the things I feel weird about, and I know my brain goes a little bit on the paranoid side, but there's some of these movies where they show people like certain trigger words and a snap of the finger and they're falling.
Sleeper cell. You talking about sleeper agents?
Yeah, I can't take that shit serious, to be perfectly honest. I'm sorry, but I feel like that's usually an actor.
All right, we're running out of time, so let's get to this gam.
Yeah.
Mini gamma.
So we played this last week, if you listened to last week's episode, but we're going to do it again.
Kyle's going to do the honors because he doesn't want... He's not comfortable with his...
Oh, no, I'm just not good at it. And
he's not good with
Brad
his
says...
improv.
Brad answers the fucking question, and he's a killer. He's a fucking killer.
Do you?
Brad answers last.
Are you guys ready for... What's this game called?
Balls on your chin!
Balls on your chin! It's a ball-chinian.
So we're going to play this because Josh wasn't here for
Keith's
last time.
ready for balls on his
What's
chin.
it called?
Hold on, what is this game?
What's it called?
What is this game called?
I think if my chin's this furry, it has the close enough.
I don't know.
It'll keep my balls very warm.
No, I keep your balls far away. And so will...
They're ball dryers.
What is the name of the game? I don't remember.
It's a ball dryer.
I don't know.
What you call it? It's Urban Dictionary something. It has something to do with Urban Dictionary.
And
it's called You're a Dick.
Urban Questionary.
You're a dictionary. No, you're a tail.
Anyways.
Urban Questionary.
I don't remember the name
Questionary.
of it on the impromptu show I watched. Urban Questionary?
Yes,
I like it.
What we are doing is we are going to take a term from the Urban
last
Dictionary, and we are going to have our contestants guess on what this term means.
We're contestants.
In a game where the points don't matter. What's that? Whose line is it anyway? Spiel.
I'm down for $1.
Our first urban term for the day is getting handshake raped. What does it mean?
Oh, I think I have the actual definition. Oh, man. So I think I know this one. I would assume it's
funniest answers and go.
Funniest answers?
Well, fucking obviously.
If Josh doesn't have something, I got one.
Go for it.
I'm assuming the actual answer is when you go in to like shake someone's hand and they like totally fuck it up on purpose, like grab the end of your fingers and just like squeeze and just like fuck you up. Like people do shit like that all the time. Or they'll like hand you their thumb and just like shake your like side and shit like that.
So a handshake rape is when someone grabs your hand and shakes it slowly, but at the same time they're slowly moving it towards their junk.
And they're like winking at you like, just let it happen. Just let it happen. It's okay.
Handshake.
It's okay. I bought you 2 drinks tonight. You fucking owe me something.
I'm just thinking it's a very
drinks
aggressive handshake that you just kind of don't.
It's called. That's a
Really?
Donald
It
Trump
started off
signature.
all right, but as it
guess.
progressed, it really got uncomfortable, and I didn't know what to do. Steve is the closest.
Hey,
When he says you basically grab the entire hand, fingers and all, and then
Did you
most
forget about me?
awkward, Oh. No.
No.
What do you got?
I get points now. I get points now. No.
No.
The points don't
gets
matter.
You gotta tell us what
The next
first.
Urban
What
Dictionary.
did you think it was, Keith?
Keith's
What
the
do you got?
winner.
Was it titties? Please tell me it was titties.
I think I go for aggressive handshake.
Okay.
Just like,
Okay.
Yeah, it's basically what it is. Yeah, it's just somebody who's a bit overly
That's what
aggressive.
Josh said.
It said holding. It said
Word by word.
It mentioned specifically like holding the whole hand
Word by
and
word.
fingers.
Yeah.
yeah, but
I would
they
go
don't
into
try to
more
listen.
detail.
Steve was like, you gotta grab the thumb, pull on the pinky,
Well, no, it has
just milk it.
I know. There was
Milk
a,
the hand.
I knew a guy that would do that. He would fuck with you and just grab your fingers specifically to shake your hand, and you're like, I fucking
I hate it when
you.
random people do those random handshakes where like they half-ass it and they like get their hand in the wrong position and
Kyle,
start
you know you
squeezing
I
can
don't
it
scroll
think
till you
that's
find good
rape
ones.
though.
That's what I've been doing.
Okay.
Alrighty, the next word in our Urban
Kyle-
Dictionary:
Kyle and his
voice.
game show.
steak in a blowjob day. What does it mean?
What? Steak and a
Steak and a
blowjob?
blowjob?
Steak in a blowjob day.
It's when it's your
Steak
birthday and all you
and
want is a nice
blowjob
steak and a
day.
blowjob.
And maybe if you didn't talk so much. Everybody else got
That is
something?
like self-explanatory.
Steak and blowjob
Steak in a
day.
It
blowjob
does
day.
sound pretty
Okay,
funny.
so to be
That's
perfectly
like-
honest, the answer is terrible. I just wanted some better answers from you guys.
Just like
Maybe it just so happens to be the best day of your life, where everything went perfect.
I mean, that sounds like a pretty good day. I'm
everything
not
went
gonna
perfect
lie.
that you could possibly think of.
Like,
Just
and
like-
it ended
just
with a
coined it up to
steak and a blowjob.
my thought
My
process
goodness.
was like a date night, and you're like, I bought you a steak. All right, blow
Time for the
time.
blowjob,
Yeah,
basically what I was saying a second ago.
I think it's when you take a farm girl and go fool around in the pasture with the cows.
You're slapping the cow's
Hold on,
ass as you
you
jizz.
fool around with the
Beat
cows. You and the chick both get
You-
their
you
own.
got something,
Get your
Keith?
own cow.
So
I
that's
don't
an
have
interesting
anything this
Steak
time.
and a
cattle
blowjob.
farming.
The
That's
actual
some
answer is
prime
stupid.
rib.
Celebrated on March 14th, a month after Valentine's Day.
March
Steak
14th,
and a
that's Pie
blowjob
Day.
days. That doesn't make any sense to me.
March 14th is Pie Day.
Pie Day?
Did you?
Oh.
Did you guys? Well, it's past midnight, but did you guys know that yesterday was National Pizza Day?
Yeah, what does that
Pizza
mean
Day?
exactly? Because I've never even heard of
Just
National
eat some
Pizza
pizza.
Days. So, I didn't even
Did
get
you know my
pizza,
birthday
yo.
is National Fried Chicken Day?
Did
National
you know
Fried
every day's the
Chicken.
National something day?
Yeah.
You know, my birthday's the day I get older.
Did you know that I share my birthday with George W. Bush?
I share my birthday with Martin Luther King Jr.
Do you?
Mm,
And
I don't-
Kevin Hart.
Kevin Fart.
And our next word in the Urban Dictionary is
Oh.
Cradar. What does it mean?
Radar.
It's like
Man, it's when
When
you
you're
got the
crazy.
radar for something so cray-cray.
that was my answer. It's like when you have a gaydar, you're like you can tell. No, my answer's different. Okay. It's
Oh,
like,
my answer's different.
Yeah,
Let me tell you about
Let me,
it.
I can
Gotta
go
get in
further
this shit, not let me
details.
say.
So it's like a
Gotta get-
gaydar, but it's from a
Gaydar?
guy to a woman, and he can tell when that bitch is crazy.
Pretty fucking
That's a
good
funny
one.
one.
Like you can sense
like,
the
damn, we gotta-
crazy in the
we gotta
bitches.
get-
When you can,
If we're going out for drinks, we gotta.
Shut up! He was gonna say something. He was gonna say something. When you can.
Go, Keith.
ah,
That's a pretty good answer.
Yeah,
Ah!
that is definitely a crazy.
What about you, Josh?
no.
I mean, I'm kind of going along with that. Like, you can kind of detect the crazy in the bitches.
I was,
Cradar.
I was thinking more of like cravings.
So I mean, I guess Brad is closest. We give Brad, but everybody else usually has the same right idea. It makes perfect sense. It is being able to detect fucking crazy.
Bitches.
Brad had
An
I,
organ
no, I
in
said
your
something
brain.
that was cray-cray.
Brad had the right idea.
Yeah, no,
because
it's-
I was spot
that's
on,
pretty
but
much
Brad
it.
had the right idea.
Yeah, right?
This one is
You
really
mother-
obvious, but I think it's hilarious. A dude-vorce. What is a dude-vorce?
It's when
the
you and your
splitting
best
of
bro
those gay
friends
guys.
are-
get in a big fight, and you just can't be bros anymore.
Just
They're
can't
too
be bros
easy.
in it.
I need to say the actual definition. When two guys end their friendship due to a lame disagreement. A lame disagreement. Oh no! Buy it now for $20.
Steve killed that
What?
for all of us. I was gonna do
sorry.
answers and shit.
Oh,
too easy for me.
oh,
You're a bad game host.
I didn't like it. It wasn't gonna be that funny, anyways.
Dude force.
The next word in our game, which I forgot what it was called already, is Columbusing. What does it mean?
Columbusing?
Columbusing.
Oh, I got my
Claiming
answer.
something
Hopefully
that somebody
takes it.
already found.
Yeah, that's probably the right answer. I got a funny one though.
Go for it.
Did you say finding
Dude, the most
somebody
ridiculous
that nobody else
possible
has
scenario.
found?
Go
You
for it.
come into a
Finding
place
something-
like Christopher
Claiming
Columbus came
something
to
that
America,
somebody else already found.
and you just murder everybody, genocide, because you're so fly.
I was
in
gonna
the club.
We
say.
didn't even do that.
I was gonna say.
Yeah, he did.
I was
He
gonna
committed
say.
genocide.
I was gonna
No,
say.
he didn't.
You don't know
Who
what
did he kill?
I was
Apparently, I was
It
gonna
wasn't-
say. I was
it
gonna
wasn't
say
in
many
Native
times.
American. It wasn't on American soil, was it?
Yeah.
I guess I don't know my Columbus very well.
All right, so Columbusing is when you randomly walk around a neighborhood and enter people's houses and go, I have discovered this land. This here is my house.
Yeah, that's pretty good. You guys are close. You guys are kind of close with your answers.
About you, Yash?
Nobody really got it yet.
pretty fitting, honestly.
all
I mean, I
reading
can't
over
read
here.
it.
When white people discover, it says white people.
Racist!
When
They're
white
talking-
people discover something that has been found or been around for centuries.
To be fair, Christopher Columbus was Spanish. He wasn't.
Yeah, that's another thing.
He was totally white.
He's Caucasian,
He set out from
but
Spain.
Okay, sorry.
Yeah, but
the
he
white
went
people's
everywhere
schools
before he
portray
went
him
from
as a white
Spain.
man. So
He is
They
a
also
white
don't
man
talk about the genocide he committed.
of... Yeah. Who wants to talk about genocide unless it's Hitler?
I still don't. What the fuck are you talking about?
but there are a lot of people that like to talk about Hitler.
the next one is Hitler genocide. No,
Hopefully. Just genocide of a shit ton of Hitlers.
genocide of a shit
Oh!
ton of Hitlers.
Oh, I think I found a wiener. I beat the wiener.
Dude, I'll show you
Oh
a
god,
wiener.
he found Keith on Urban
I might not
Dictionary.
say this right, so it might not come across, and then you might not be able to figure it.
Come cross.
Sexting. What does it mean? Sexting.
Like CH?
SHEXTIND. Sexting.
That's
Is that like
sexting.
where you're silent in like a room, but you're texting between the two of you because like you don't want to talk, but like you're texting between the two of you?
Okay, that's not even funny. Try harder.
I mean, it's Urban Dictionary.
He was
That's
trying to
my
get the
thought.
real
we
answer.
don't need the real answer. We need the most hilarious answer. And go.
What is it? How do you spell it?
Sexting. SHEXTING.
And that's
Can I
like,
get it in a sentence, please?
Well, then that would obviously give away its definition pretty easily.
I thought we were
saying
a
spelling bee.
put this in
I
a
was
sentence.
also
that
he
makes less
spelled it for you.
I was sexting last night. It was fabulous on both ends.
Oh my god. Oh my god, that changes
Shitting
my
and
thought
texting?
process.
Go, Keith! He picked it up. Point one for Keith.
I
Shitting.
thought we were looking for a funny answer, not the
Okay.
Look at my stupid beard.
I was just surprised that you got so close.
Balls.
It's actually sexting while shitting. Who the fuck would do that? Gross.
Without faith
Oh, I
in
feel
it.
like two
Isn't
girls,
that-
one cup.
Isn't that called a Isn't that called a blumpkin?
No, that would be that would be, I don't know, a
Isn't that called a blumpkin?
shablumpkin? I don't know, when you're
That's
sexting
a
and getting a blumpkin.
Shablumpkin.
I remember when I learned what blumpkin means. I was wait, people actually do that?
And when it's pee-pee, it's a pumpkin.
What?
I'm not gonna make you
doesn't make
guys, because this
sense.
one's obvious, but getting a lady boner, I just think that lady boner
yeah.
is the most hilarious thing ever. One of
There's a
them.
subreddit called Our Lady
They
Boners.
wish,
And it's just
I
like
feel
male
like-
models.
but they don't know. What they're supposed to do.
Being Craigslist gay, what does it mean?
Craigslist
When you really
gay.
just need a little bit of money to make your bills, to make ends meet, but you're not gay. You just really need money.
When you sell some good pictures, no homo.
Oh. Oh.
I knew that one would elicit some good answers.
I think way too
Craigslist
logical.
gay. Being Craigslist, yeah, you are. You're trying to figure out exactly what it is.
Yeah, it's,
And you
We're
can
trying to do improv comedy.
you can give me exactly what it is, but make it silly. That's what we're looking for. That's what I'm.
Make it sexy.
Make it fabulous.
That was the fun thing. Being Craigslist gay, a
Craigslist
straight
gay.
married guy who secretly hooks up with men on Craigslist.
That's just straight up called gay.
In the closet.
Now I'm in the closet too.
So
South Park.
The next word in Urban Dictionary, what is
Tom
it?
Cruise won't come out of the closet.
I'm not coming out of the closet. Playing pocket pool.
Oh goodness!
We
it's
know what
jerking
this is.
yourself off in your pocket.
Jerking in the pool.
Why does everybody know
It's
this?
when you're in the pool and you're...
yeah, you're in the pool with your hand in your pocket, jerking it.
I don't have
in the
pockets.
Yeah, you have to be in the pool.
I don't have
Yeah,
pockets
what?
when I'm in
I
the
was like,
pool.
what the hell?
You know what? Your swim trunks do not have pockets.
What? You know,
He added
What the
extra
hell
level
does
of
being in the pool
what-
have
it's-
anything to do with
What,
it?
what it is when you cut the lining out of your swim trunks, and as you're swimming around in the pool, your boner pops out the side pockets every now and then. Pocket pool.
This is like Keith's adding an extra pool. This is like Jerkception.
It's when you're playing pocket pool in the pool.
Oh man.
Oh my goodness!
Okay, the answer is to stick your hand in your pocket to scratch your balls. You guys are talking about
That is
jerking.
not pocket pool.
That's
That
the
is not
second definition.
pocket pool.
That's-
That.
According to the Urban Dictionary,
There's
One.
multiple definitions
Well, yeah,
for
one
words on
of
Urban
the
Dictionary.
That is
Yeah.
called
Urban
that is
Dictionary.
called a secret itch.
our next word, Tinderella. Is she out there? Is she real? Does she?
The app Tinder with Cinderella. These are just
Wait,
not
was that Tinder or
mysterious enough.
Tender?
Is it
Well, I
trying
was
to find
hoping-
somebody by a pair of shoes? I mean,
I was hoping I'd get a better answer out of you.
Well, sorry to disappoint,
that's
Kyle.
what it is.
I guess so, huh?
Tinderella, it's not a person, it's an act. It's when you go on Tinder and your first date with any girl on Tinder, the first thing you do is you walk up to her and you just start trying to put a shoe on her foot.
That's the terms
There's
on
only
Your
the-
ever
answers
one-
are way more
There's
exciting.
only ever one date, but
The answer is a girl on Tinder. What the fuck? That's all it was. That's all it was.
Do some real random mystery, like what the fuck does that mean?
Our next word is a toilet mummy. What does it mean?
Toilet.
Somebody dressed up their shit.
This is
with
pretty
toilet
practical.
paper.
This one's pretty practical.
A toilet mummy is when you walk into the bathroom and on the seat is a turd that's standing straight up and it is wrapped in toilet paper.
Who would do that? Who would do that?
I lay toilet
how do you
mummies
even get
all
it
the
satisfied?
time.
So, what I think a toilet mummy is when there's like way too much toilet paper inside the toilet. So it's just like full of toilet paper.
that
I
looks
think,
like a
I think
mummy.
I got the actual answer.
What is the actual
It's when you go and you take a shit and you come out, you got that trail of toilet paper coming out. You look like a mummy that just got unraveled.
Actually, there is a thing called mumming where you go into bars and you wrap yourself in the toilet paper in the bathroom.
You
and
just
come
walk out
Yeah,
like
you walk
nonchalant, nothing happened.
Yeah.
Everything's fine here. What are you looking at my toilet for?
What?
Toilet. Toilet.
A toilet mummy is when you cover the toilet seat with layers of toilet paper.
Oh my god.
Because germs, because there
Yeah.
wasn't any more toilet liner.
I just call that hygienic.
Yeah, right. A food boner.
That's too
Man
obvious.
versus
Yeah.
food.
What?
Do a different one.
Fucking
Hit me.
Flavored
Hit me
Boner
hard.
is just being excited about food.
And when I watch Man versus Food, I get very excited about food.
Have you guys seen that gif of Guy Fieri eating that noodle? And then they reverse it, so he's just like spitting the noodle out with his crazy face. Where he's just like with that stupid face, but he's spitting the noodle out. It's so funny.
Reckless dick syndrome. What does it mean?
Hitting everybody with your dick on accident, I guess.
Getting every
Like,
bitch
what?
pregnant?
Oh my god.
What the
I'm not
Yeah, no, I
disclosing
was
names.
gonna go with basically what Keith said.
That's the answer.
I think that's
Restless dick syndrome.
Oh wait, restless. I thought you said
You
reckless.
said reckless, dude.
You said reckless.
You said reckless.
Reckless.
You said reckless dick syndrome.
That's why I said just smack
Reckless dick syndrome.
every
I
That's
walk
why-
down the hallways with my boner
The
sticking out.
funny
I just
thing
smack
is,
people.
the funny
Yeah,
thing
exactly. Bam,
is
bam.
Kyle said it wrong, and we're like, we all know what that means.
Yeah.
Obviously, he's crazy with his penis.
Exactly.
Restless dick syndrome.
Restless dick syndrome is like when you just get boners throughout your day and you're like, what the fuck? This is restless.
Oh, well, that's
Yeah.
just called being a teenager. It's okay.
I was gonna say that's when you're in high school and your teacher asks you to come up and read a
Yeah,
part of
right?
the textbook.
And you're just smelling the cute girl's hair in front of you, and you're like,
That's why you gotta stretch your legs, get that blood flowing. You gotta do that throughout the day.
Now you tell
and you always have to stand up like this too, right, with your back hunched
No, just
over,
keep your legs-
right?
No,
So you
have
got
to
some
tuck it in
to
your
get
belt
in there.
buckle.
Oh my god.
Oh yeah, no, absolutely, right? You gotta tuck it up
Reminds me
under
of
the belt, right?
Superbad.
Like this.
Okay, this is
No,
not
man.
fucking every
Anything,
bitch.
if anything, like, it would just be like holding my hands in the pockets of my
You should have your
sweatshirt.
Oh, yeah,
tuck
you
in
can-
your
you
belt
can do that
buckle and
too, I
fuck your
guess.
belly button.
What the fuck is happening over here?
Keith's got some fucking dick.
You lift it up into your belt buckle and you bend over and do crunches.
No, it's super bad. He was talking about.
Restless dick syndrome is when you poke your partner with your begrudging hard-on in the middle of the night.
Begrudging.
Is that what? Begrudging, is that
Yeah,
not what that is?
begrudging.
Begrudging?
I just
So I'm
like
guessing
the
you're just
word.
like, you're like trying to fall asleep, right? You got a boner and you're just like, hey babe, what's up? And you get close to her and you just kind of like swipe her with a little bit. You're like, right? And you gotta get closer into the spoon. You're kind of like putting it up in there, like,
Maybe she'll feel it a little bit.
like maybe she'll like move her booty a
No,
little
you
bit.
just
You're
do
like,
that when you're asleep. I thought that was normal.
Oh my goodness.
Why do you think my wife sleeps 1.5 feet away from me?
Because you have restless dick syndrome.
No, because that's as close as she can get
I mean-
to me. Bam! Got him!
butt rages. Now that I say it,
It's when your butt is just super reckless and just.
And it just goes.
I know a butt rage is.
It's that big ass butt that you really want to.
Alright, these are good too.
It is butt rages in here. Look at him.
This is when you have the
Butt
angriest
rage.
butt of
Yeah,
all time.
that's
It
what I was
just
thinking.
rages.
Butt rage. Literally butt rage.
What is that, like Ace Ventura? Listen here.
A great example. Of butt rage.
Asshole. Butt rages, the opposite of ass-tastic.
Yeah.
That works.
Okay. This might even be in the Urban Dictionary. Teledildonics, you guys.
Helly.
Teledildonics.
It is the
Sounds like
analytics
telephone
of dildo
dildos.
sales over the telly.
I was gonna say that's pretty good, but I was gonna say it's the analytics of
The analytics.
the Teletubbies being fucking dildos to each other.
Okay, what was it again?
Teledildonics. This is an actual word. This is a real word that exists. I heard it.
A
It's
telephone
probably
dictionary
commonly used in-
for dildos.
Whoa.
Anybody else? Teledildonics.
I'm like
Keith's
pulling out my Greek and Latin roots right now, and like that's not the
Break
answer.
the word apart, right?
Yeah.
Hold
Well,
on, I'm just gonna Google something.
Are you
before I
Googling?
get Google
Are you googling teledildonics? Do it. No, yeah, I want to find out what the internet says.
you
No.
say as you're holding your phone.
It's because it's a hilarious word. It's a fucking. I was listening to Radio Lab and one of the guys just threw it out and they didn't fucking define it then, but I was like, it made so much sense to me in my head. I was like, I think I know what that is. That's hilarious. Is that actually a thing? And I went and looked it up. It's absolutely a thing.
What is it?
What is it?
Teledildonics is, so you know those little mouths that they make? They're little like kind of robotic mouths, and like one person can be on one end, and then like somebody
Oh,
on
yeah.
the other
Yeah,
side
and
of the
you can
country.
make out with them and
yeah,
they'll,
and you
like,
can make
do-
out with them.
Oh, yeah.
They make dildo rigs. Like I imagine it's something like there's like a guy who's got like a butt who's like going at it right under the other end. You got like a girl who's got
Most guys
she's
have
got
butts.
a dildo on a fucking jackhammer and it's plowing her ass.
Okay, that went way too wrong.
It is
No,
Wi-Fi
that makes
fucking.
sense. It's teledildonics. That's
Right, exactly.
fucking hilarious.
It's awesome. Was that the end of the?
Yeah, that's.
Thank you for playing. Our contestants did wonderfully tonight. It was who knows
won?
who the fuck
What are
was.
the points?
I don't fucking
Come
know.
on, Kai.
Nobody was
Probably
keeping
either
track.
Steve or like Casper, one of the two.
Casper. I don't think Casper is a.
I think I got some good points tonight, though. There's a couple.
Very good point, Keith.
Hey,
Hey! What did I say?
what are you?
You said apple knocker.
What, Kai?
I don't know why that was so funny. Then,
What?
man. I
You
don't
know
know
what
why
else
that
you
was so
said?
funny.
Do you know what else you said?
What?
Snacks.
Or as Josh says, fruit snacks.
Fruit snacks. Did you recommend to me Kevin Probably Saves the World last
I did.
time? And so I've watched that since then. That show is funny as shit.
Yeah,
dude.
it is.
I love it. I love it.
Oh god,
It's really good.
it's so good. Are you all caught up on it?
Yeah. I watched the new one that came out yesterday.
Nice.
It's a really cool fucking show, dude.
Yeah, it's like obviously a little religious, but not
so
like they don't
so
push it.
Here's the thing about it. In this show, it is about a person who is he's like a warrior of God or whatever, right? It's like Christianity, religion or whatever, right? That is part of the premise, but they do not shove religion down your throat. I'm not a religious person. I don't believe in God, but I love this show. Because it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Like that, the whole God thing is just
That's not
another
the main point
piece.
of
Yeah,
it. Is.
that's a piece of the puzzle. It's just a good comedy show, dude. It's fucking awesome, and they're not shoving religion down your throat at all. They're at all. I was very impressed by that, honestly.
It is. Check it out. It's on NBC, isn't it?
It's on Hulu. I don't care besides that.
Or CBS, something like that. So Steve has one last word
Urban
for us.
Dictionary. The word is Sony.
Sony,
Anybody know what that means?
like SONY, Sony.
Yeah.
It's when
SONY, Sony.
It's when
an
you know a hip
an acronym.
a hip Asian girl like is talking to her friends and she sees a pair of shoes. She goes, "Oh, I so need those."
I Sony does. Oh.
That's really racist.
Why does it have to be an Asian girl? It could be a girl. I sonitos.
Okay, I so need those. Anyone with an
Look at those
accent,
chest.
whatever,
I need those
it'll
chest.
come
I
out like that.
sonitos chest. I need to go get my nails done.
Sony is the ultimate downfall of the American economy. It's used in a sentence. Hey, let's go purchase a new Sony product while we piss on our own country. Screw America.
Wow! Holy
That's
shit.
not racist
Yeah,
at all.
That's why I
Like,
said it.
blaming you for being racist when that was just
Sorry for this episode. It was random and stupid.
episode 25.
Episode 25. That's right. And next week is we will have been doing this for 1 year, y'all.
Wow!
Nice, you got through it.
Yes, I got through
there.
words.
You made it.
Yeah, we would have been doing this for 1 year.
1 year.
I just want to say I love you guys.
Do you know the way?
Do I know
Every
the way?
day.
Do you know the
You
way?
do not know the way.
You do not know the way.
You do not have a boy.
I think I'm done for tonight. That's for sure.
Not loud. We're going for another 3 hours, Keith. You got this.
I don't know if he told you this, but we're recording 2 episodes tonight.
But I'm going to recommend the YouTube channel for this night's
Oh yeah?
of this week's.
What do we got?
Well, we got a gentleman called Smooth McGroove.
Mr. McGrew.
Okay,
Smooth
I got this one.
McGroove.
Smooth McGroove, he is an acapella guy, and he just, like, does, like, 8 different recordings of his voice, or more, or less, and just, like, puts them all as the, like, video game songs. So, like, he'll, like, be
he'll
doing...
do like little 8-bit songs and stuff.
I used to watch a lot of stuff. There was this guy
Yeah,
in
like
particular.
kickboxing, but
He is
on a-
fucking sick. He is a talented man.
He looks like Jesus, and he has a black cat that he'll just randomly
Wait, what's
dance
his
on a little
name
bit.
again?
Smooth McGroove.
McGroove.
Smooth McGrew.
Smooth McGroove.
Skip
He
over
is
this,
at
man.
Twitter at Smooth McGroove.
That
Check it
guy
out.
can hit ridiculous notes. I'm like, how the hell can you do that?
Yeah, he
man?
does-
Dude,
he
your
does
voice
pretty
is
good.
an instrument, and you just gotta work it out.
Oh my god.
You just gotta.
You
practice.
gotta listen to that motherfucker. He does some crazy shit.
Yeah, I like
Or
that
shizzle.
stuff.
Yeah.
Anyway, thank you for listening. If this is your first episode, our podcast is available on Google Play, iTunes, SoundCloud, Stitcher, YouTube's. I'm gonna try to get on Spotify. Spotify to
I
Spotify.
just started using it. It's
It's Spotify of the spot.
They have a new like podcast.
Spotify.
Yeah, right. Where it's kind of like Pandora, but with podcasts.
Pandora.
Well, I don't know how Spotify works at all because I don't use Pandora.
Spotify.
Spotify.
Spotify has much more
Spots
diverse,
for
like,
flies.
filing. Like, I don't know how to explain it, but
You get better.
It's got a lot
more
more.
music. You think?
Yeah.
Oh,
it makes it easier to search for it.
Sponsored by Spotify.
Bye, everybody.
There's some good details. It's
Wow.
got more.
Peace, everyone.
And it's sponsored by Spotify and Pandora.
I already
So-
said that.
Have your people call my people.
You guys have any final words for this week? Leave anyone with?
Woo.
Words of wisdom. Oh, we should start
Brush
doing
your
that.
Okay,
fucking
whoa.
teeth.
Oh my gosh.
Keith says, brush your
Keith's dying.
motherfucking teeth.
So, my words of wisdom is like, if there's been something in your life that you've been stopping yourself from doing, push towards trying to do it. Josh's inspirational words, like, I've always
Don't let
thought-
your dreams be dreams. Just do it.
I've always
Oh, God.
thought about playing the guitar, but I never actually tried to do it. But once I started, it was just, I don't know.
And then
was
one day
able to
your
enjoy
music
myself.
could be on Spotify.
Yep.
Yes,
And I leave you with my dad joke for this week.
Oh, you got a dad joke?
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
dude.
How do you make a Kleenex dance?
What? How do you make the clean
Do you
dance?
blow on
Yeah.
it?
Put a little boogie in it.
That's really awesome.
Best part is I knew it.
I got my coffee. Dude, I feel fucking jacked right now. Holy fuck. I drank half of this fucking thing already, man. And that shit was stout. Fucking shit was stout.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. I was all, pass it over,
Want a
boy.
drink?
This motherfucker goes.
I need some
It's in my
coffee.
car going, it's so late, I'm so tired.
over, boy.
And here he is going right here. I got my coffee.